क्या आप लोग मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? Are you all able to hear me? Am I audible and visible to most of the participants? Give me a
Yes.
thumbs up. Okay. So can I have everybody's video switched on? I don't like to see the black screen. Okay, Nitu ma'am, Vijaya ma'am has switched on her camera. Okay. So what have we gathered here for? किस चीज के लिए, किस वेबिनार में आप अटेंड कर रहे हैं, किस लिए? व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स? कैन यू प्लीज लिस्ट इट? क्या आप लोग चैट बॉक्स में डालेंगे? व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स यू आर फेसिंग? व्हाट हैव वी गैदर्ड हियर फॉर? एनीबॉडी? लेट्स मेक इट अ लिटिल इंटरैक्टिव. 2022, what have we gathered here for nearly the end of 1 month? AVN, Jayesh sir writes AVN, back pain, joint and muscle pains. Yes, there it is. So we have gathered here for neuromuscular problems. किसी को बैक पेन है, किसी को नी पेन है, किसी को स्लिप डिस्क है. तो क्या सॉल्यूशन हम दे पाएंगे आपको? I'm sure most of us have tried n number of things. Yes or no? Yes or no? Please write in the chat box कि आप लोगों ने
Hello, everyone. I think there's some technical problem at Ratnazi's end. She'll be back soon. But till the time she comes back, we'll continue. I'll just share my screen. I'll start from where she left. Just give me a second. Can you see my screen? Please type yes in the chat if my screen is visible. Okay, great. Let's continue. All right. So at Avisa Healing, we are reviving Ashtang Chikitsa. As by the name itself, you must have known that this is something which is very traditional. This is something, Ashtang Chikitsa is something which was part of our culture, but it has been forgotten and lost because we are looking towards the West for all the solution, whereas our ancestors had all the solution. So this is something that is being revived by Swami Rajvibhu, who will be present in the webinar also to answer all your questions. So this is about neuro musculoskeletal problems. When we say structure of the human body, musculoskeletal system is one of them. How the human structure can function at its best possible way, that's our purpose at Avisa Healing and Fitness. It's a great way of addressing the aspects of a human body. Now, I'd like to introduce you to all to Swami Rajvibhu. He's a rare Kumbhak yogi, and you'll be interacting with him after this webinar, where he'll be answering your questions. Swami Rajvibhu, he's been transforming lives of thousands of people who have not found any relief even after years of using allopathic medicine or any other type of medicine. And he's cured people not only in India, but Europe and USA as well. He's got a completely different perspective about life. Whatever we have been taught or educated about health or the human body, he's got a completely different perspective, different way he looks at things, at the human body, at human problems, at the diseases that humankind suffers from. And he's taken people out of chronic disease like thyroid, BP, heart, diabetes, and now asthma and allergies also. So what's this webinar about? This is about Kumbhak Therapy as the key to Ashtaang Chikitsa. You'll be learning what Kumbhak Therapy is, and Ashtang Chikitsa is the online therapy program which we'll be talking about during this webinar. Reversing Neuro Musculoskeletal problems with Ashtang Chikitsa. I think that's what we are here for, most of us. Maybe we are suffering from any of the musculoskeletal problems ourselves, or somebody in the family, somebody we know. Now, what is all included in Ashtang Chikitsa? Just after my part here, my presentation here, Swamiji will be sharing through his recorded video all about these 8 aspects: Srishti Sharir, Garbha Sharir, all these. There are 8 softwares inside the body which are responsible for the various functioning and the various coordination of all the organs inside the body. He'll be talking about it one by one so that you understand it clearly. He'll be talking in very simple terms. Now, here's some problems which Ashtang Chikitsa can cure or address. Knee pain, lower back pain, hip issues, pain in the leg, drop foot, spine-related issues, slip disc bulge, weak spine, so many, spondylitis, tennis elbow, frozen shoulder, osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, dislocation, neuropathy, nerve issues. So at this point, I'd like to type in the chat if you're suffering from whatever problem is there, either you or somebody in your family, so that you can talk about it later on. So without wasting any more time, let's hear from Swami Rajvibhu. I'll just play the recorded video. After the video, we'll share the program details. And then after that, Swamiji will come live to answer all your questions. So just give me a second and I'll start the video.
So let's start. Neuro Musculoskeletal problem. We are talking about Neuro Musculoskeletal problem. आपके शरीर में हड्डियों का, मांसपेशियों का और नसों का जो गठजोड़ होता है, they actually create every movement in your body. आपके शरीर में वही movement create करना है. So I'll take one example and let's go ahead understanding why problem happens and what is the solution. मैं एक एग्जाम्पल से शुरू करूंगा और उसको लेके हम समझेंगे. So suppose what is the most common problem at this point of time? सबसे common problem क्या है आज के समय? Knee pain. Let's take knee pain as an example and understand what we are talking about. हम बात क्या कर रहे हैं उसके बारे में knee pain से start करते हैं, right? So some person who got an injury in one of the knees will get a knee problem in that leg. है कि नहीं? अगर एक नी इंजरी किसी का हो जाता है तो वो उस घुटने में उसको परेशानी होगी. और स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन हु हैज समहाउ डैमेज्ड वन नी, एक अगर घुटने को किसी तरीके से एक स्पोर्ट्स के पर्सन ने, एक बंदे ने अगर डैमेज कर दिया है तो वहां पे प्रॉब्लम आएगी. बट दैट इज लोकलाइज्ड प्रॉब्लम. डज एवरीबडी हैज डैमेज्ड देयर नीज? क्या सभी ने अपना नी डैमेज कर दिया? नो. People are still getting into problem. Then when you go to the doctor with your knee problem, जब आप एक डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं अपने घुटने की प्रॉब्लम लेके, And the most common thing that you hear is degeneration in the joint. जो सबसे common चीज है, जो सबसे पहले डॉक्टर बोलता है वो तो आपके घुटने घिस गए हैं, isn't it? Degeneration. So the next thing can be degeneration. यानी कि आपके नी घुटने में जो कार्टिलेज था वो बन नहीं रहा, वो घिस रहा है, वो प्रॉपरली बन नहीं रहा, उसको बनना भी चाहिए था, रीजनरेशन भी होना चाहिए. रीजनरेशन इज ऑल्सो a part of this human system, but regeneration is not happening properly. Degeneration is happening. दूसरा कारण हो गया, now some person goes to a doctor with a swollen knee, inflammation in the knee. लालीपना है उसके घुटने में, inflammation है, सूजन है. The doctor will still say there is a localized problem at the knee. वो करेगा एक्सरे करा लो, वो कहेगा जाके स्कैन करा लो, सीटी स्कैन करा लो, and he would try to see the problem there itself. वहीं पे वो प्रॉब्लम ढूंढने की कोशिश करेगा और सॉल्यूशन ढूंढने की कोशिश करेगा. But do you know why inflammation happen in your body? Why inflammation क्यों होता है, सूजन क्यों आ जाती है आपके जोड़ों पे? शायद आपका लिवर ठीक नहीं है. If your liver gets impacted, there will be inflammation in the body. If your digestion is not proper, there will be inflammation in the body. Third thing, if there is an increased uric acid in your body, your kidney is not functioning properly, then also there will be inflammation. So, क्या इसका reason ढूंढा गया आपके लिए? Why this inflammation is happening? No. So, even if you go for a liver test, liver will not show any sign of damage till it gets damaged to 95%. 95% जब तक लिवर का डैमेज नहीं होगा तब तक लिवर के टेस्ट में कुछ भी नहीं आने वाला. So your problem will remain undiagnosed. Usually these diagnoses are not done. तो inflammation क्यों है यहाँ पे आपके joint में problem क्यों? Because there is a liver problem, because there is a kidney problem, because there is an issue with digestion. Now Rachana ji said after menopause, osteoporosis, osteoarthritis is very common. Yes. What does it mean also? आपका घुटना का दर्द का रीजन क्या हो सकता है? Hormone imbalance, isn't it? Another reason is hormone imbalance. Hormone imbalance होगा तब भी आपके घुटने में दर्द आएगा, कमर में दर्द आएगा, lower back pain and your knee pain can happen. So what are you doing to balance your hormones? There is no way. कोई तरीका नहीं है. Now if the osteoporosis has happened, हड्डियां अगर brittle हो गई, कमजोर हो गई हैं, porous हो गई हैं, बहुत जल्दी टूटने की आशंका रहती है इसके अंदर. If they have become brittle by calcium, how many people have come out of osteoporosis by taking calcium? Not even a single example. एक भी example नहीं है. Rather, do you know if you take long-term calcium, the chances of breast cancer will increase by 200%. So I'm just trying to tell you, don't see problem as a localized deficiency or disalignment or some kind of a breakdown at a localized position. The discrepancy at a localized position is not the only way to look at a problem. It can happen due to many reasons. So what we are talking about is there are 8 major factors, 8 कारण हैं because of which one problem happens, जिसकी वजह से एक problem आती है. So if you really want to come out of problem, then you will have to work upon these 8 factors. 8 कारणों पे काम करना पड़ेगा. This is Ashtang Chikitsa. Now in the last 50 years, पिछले 50 साल 100 साल तक का आप ले जा सकते हैं. There is example for that. Nobody has come out of their issues. घुटने आज तक किसी के ठीक नहीं हुए ना. Nobody has come out of their knee problem. ज्यादा से ज्यादा to the extreme, what the doctor will say, do a knee replacement. अपने घुटने बदलवा लीजिए. So what does it mean? It cannot be treated. According to the modern treatment, it cannot be treated. ये ठीक हो ही नहीं सकता. So I would tell you to remember your grandfather, grandmother. अपने दादा दादी नाना नानी को याद करें सर. क्या उनको इतनी एज में प्रॉब्लम थी? Did they have problem at this age? No. So why deterioration or the problem was not happening at that time? टू दिस स्केल, इस स्केल में उस समय प्रॉब्लम हो ही नहीं रही थी, आज क्यों हो रही है? Because the system has gone weak and we are not doing anything on this human body to strengthen it. इसको मजबूत करने के लिए, स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए हम कोई काम नहीं कर रहे. So let's start Ashtang Chikitsa. The first thing, when I'm talking about Sharira, the word Sharira means body and mind both. जब मैं आपको बोलूंगा शरीर, तो इसका मतलब body as well as mind. Because in Kumbhak Paddhati, in Kumbhak Kalachar or Ayurved Kalachar, in Yoga Kalachar, there is nothing called as mind separately. It's always Sharira. Both body and mind complex is called as Sharira. मैं एक एग्जांपल दूं आपको. Let's take example. Open your mouth and try to think. अपना मुंह खोलिए और सोचने की कोशिश कीजिए. Open your mouth and try to think. Oh, it becomes difficult. 50 किताबें पढ़ लीजिए, दिमाग को रोकने का कोई तरीका नहीं मिलेगा. And just a little bit, if you know how it works, ये काम कैसे करता है, अगर ये आपको मालूम चल गया तो एकदम से पकड़ लेते हैं. You just catch it then and there. तो मुंह खोल के आप सोच नहीं पा रहे. So is your action and your mind different? Is your body and mind different? No, it is not different. ये अलग नहीं. So your body and mind complex constantly strives to live. ये आपका शरीर हमेशा एक जद्दोजहद में रहता है जिंदा रहने के. हाँ या ना? So there is something called as prakriti, new cellular formation. नए नए सेल्स और टिश्यूज आपके शरीर में बनते हैं. And there is another aspect called vikriti. Lot of cells which has aged, they die. बहुत सारे ऐसे सेल्स और टिश्यू जो आपके शरीर में काम नहीं कर पा रहे ठीक से, वो खत्म हो जाते हैं. After a certain time period, certain age, they wear off. This is wearing off is called as vikriti and production is called as prakriti. Right? ये दो चीज हमेशा चल रही है. There has to be a balance of these two things, manufacturing and release. ये दो चीजें हमेशा बैलेंस में होना चाहिए. Now I'm giving you another example. We will take examples so that you understand what I'm saying. बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल लेंगे समझने के लिए कि हम क्या बोल रहे हैं. ये these are things you know already, but you are not paying attention to your body. आप ये चीज जानते ही हैं मगर वहां पे ध्यान नहीं जा रहा आपका. So when there is a polluted area, you enter a polluted area. एक बहुत ही प्रदूषित जगह पे आप जाते हैं. If you watch your breath, अगर अपनी सांसों को जरा ध्यान दे सांसों पे, what happens more, inhalation or exhalation? जरा सोचिए, please think about it because your body is the primary responsibility. क्या करते हैं आप? ज्यादा इनहेल करते हैं, ज्यादा एक्सहेल करते हैं? ज्यादा सांस लेते हैं, छोड़ते हैं? ज्यादा छोड़ते हैं आप, लेना नहीं चाहते हो. Your body doesn't want to. अगर धुआं कहीं भरा है तो आप देखेंगे आपकी सांस रुक जाती है. You don't take in, you try to exhale more. If you get tired, अगर आप थक जाते हैं, what is tiredness? थकना क्या हुआ? Lot of toxins in the body, isn't it? What do? You do long exhalation. This is what you do. You do long exhalation, less inhalation. Now, for holidays, if you go to a hill station, अगर holiday के लिए आप hill station में गए, what happens more, inhalation or exhalation? If you observe, you inhale more. जब भी आपके शरीर में सही situation मिलती है, if there is a right situation, your body wants to manufacture more, it inhales more. When there is a bad situation, your body wants to throw out more. आपका शरीर चीजें बाहर निकालना चाहता है, more exhalation. So how is your environment, nearby environment? आपने आसपास के वातावरण का क्या हाल किया है? आपने नहीं, मैं तो कहूंगा सभी humanity. I'm just talking about humanity. I'm just saying it in that way. हमने क्या किया वातावरण का? खराब कर दिया. Do you think your body wants to inhale more or exhale more? It wants to inhale less and exhale more. So is construction happening more or destruction happening more? lot of destruction, no construction. So आपके घुटने घिसेंगे कि नहीं घिसेंगे? बन तो रहे नहीं, आपने सिचुएशन नहीं छोड़ी. What kind of food you are eating? भोजन कैसा करना चाह रहे हैं? Genetically modified food, isn't it? Your body doesn't want to take it. लेना नहीं चाहता, कभी कभी उल्टी कर देता है, बाहर निकाल देता है. Your body pukes it out also sometimes. वो बाहर निकालना चाहता है. It doesn't want to take in. So regeneration will happen more or degeneration will happen more? Degeneration will happen more. And correlated with the situation. इसीलिए आपके joints घिस रहे हैं, उनमें दर्द आ रहा है. Regeneration नहीं हो रहा, नई चीजें नहीं बन रही, घिसे जा रहे हैं. So there is an imbalance of prakriti and vikriti. इसका बैलेंस होना चाहिए था, मगर ये बैलेंस नहीं हो पा रहा है. So ये दो का अगर आप बैलेंस नहीं बनाएंगे, there is no chance of recovery. So what are you doing to create a balance of these two things? You are not doing anything. तो अपना ट्रीटमेंट करेंगे नहीं तो होगा कैसे? First of all, so this is the first thing that we need to get to: a balance of prakriti and vikriti, a balance of regeneration and degeneration, and there is a method to do it. इसका एक तरीका है करने का. अगर आप अपने आप को बचाना चाहते हैं, what do you do? Somebody is hitting you, कोई आपको मार रहा है, you feel damage ना, you think there will be a damage. What do you do? क्या करते हैं आप? सांस रोक के टाइट कर लेते हैं अपने आप को. You hold your breath and tense your body, isn't it? Yes or no? आप जानते हैं इस बात को, ऐसा नहीं है. Whatever I am saying, you know it already. तो आप सांस रोक के बचाते हैं ना. अगर हॉरर मूवी देख रहे हैं, if you are watching a horror movie, there are certain scenes that you don't want to watch. देखना नहीं चाहते ना, हाथ रख लेते हैं आंखों पे. एक बच्चे को देखो. See a kid, the kid will close the eyes. So you hold your senses also to protect yourself. अपने आप को बचाने के लिए अपनी दृष्टि को, कहीं पे खराब स्मेल आया तो आप रोक लेते हैं ना सांस. You hold your breath. If there is a bad sound, you close your ears. आप नहीं सुनना चाहते इसको. You hold your senses. So holding your breath, holding your senses is called as Kumbhak. इसको नाम दे रहे हैं हम. So it is not just breath hold, it is the hold of senses also. आपकी पंच तन्मात्राएं जो है, शब्द, स्पर्श, रूप, रस, गंध, all the 5 senses. You hold the senses to protect yourself. So there is a way of creating more prakriti and balance out the vikriti. You can't stop vikriti. देखिए आप degeneration stop नहीं कर सकते. This is a natural process of life. You will age, but you must age gracefully. ठीक है, तो how to balance vikriti? There is a method to balance vikriti. Ashtang Chikitsa will give you that method to enhance prakriti and balance the vikriti. So then, next thing, when there is a regeneration, कोई नई चीज पैदा हो रही है, so it will expand, isn't it? वो फैलेगा. एक शिशु इतना छोटा सा पैदा होता है. There is a little infant which gets born, and then the infant expands, isn't it? This expansion factor is called as samkhya. The real word for expansion is samkhya or proportionate expansion. This is called as proportionate expansion. सही तरीके से संतुलित विस्तार, इसको क्या कहेंगे? संतुलित विस्तार. Suppose your one hand becomes long, the other hand remains short. एक हाथ लंबा हो गया, एक हाथ छोटा रह गया. Will you get joint problem in one of the shoulders? आपको एक shoulder में joint problem आएगी ना? So if you have one leg a little longer than the other leg, एक पांव ज्यादा लंबा है, दूसरा पांव थोड़ा छोटा है, so you'll get knee pain in one leg. आपके एक पांव में knee pain होगा. You'll get hip pain at one side of the hip. If your body is not aligned, the right side and the left side is not aligned, you will get a problem. Neuro Musculoskeletal problem. अगर आपकी एक muscles खिंच गए because of uneven expansion, skin ढीली हो जाती है ना. Skin becomes flabby when there is an uneven expansion. You get stretch marks, isn't it? You know what is stretch mark? You get stretch mark because there is an uneven expansion. असंतुलित विस्तार अगर होता है, तो भी आपकी बॉडी में प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है. एट मसल्स, एट जॉइंट्स, आपकी मांसपेशियों में प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है, मांसपेशियां फट सकती है, आपके जॉइंट में प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है ना, वहां पे. सो डिसअलाइनमेंट, if you see at this point of time, most of the people do not even walk straight. The way we are sitting, the way we are living our life, we don't even sit straight. कितने लोग सीधा बैठते हैं? You always take a back rest, isn't it? So there is always, there will be, if you don't use your body proportionately, there will be disalignment. और आपकी joint problem disalignment की वजह से भी हो सकती है. There are three basic disalignment that happens in the body. 3 basic disalignment है. Nabhi, your navel can get disaligned. We call it dharan. Your chest can get disaligned. आपकी छाती डिसलाइन हो सकती है. That part is called as kaudi. And your legs can get disaligned. आपके जांघें डिसलाइन हो सकती है. That is called as nale in the local terminology. Nabhi, kaudi, nale. Now, if your nabhi, if your navel get disaligned, you'll get into digestive issue, metabolic issue. आजकल diabetes बहुत हो रहा है ना? आजकल diabetes बहुत हो रहा है. Do you know one of the reason of diabetes is disalignment of the navel? But nobody is correcting it. If you have asthma or allergies, respiratory disease, corona is also a respiratory thing. People's respiratory capacity is going down because of the disalignment of kaudi or the chest factor, and the disalignment of the thighs or the legs will get you into hip problem, knee problem, ankle problem, sciatica, those kind of things. So what are you doing to balance it? आप क्या कर रहे हैं इसको बैलेंस करने के लिए? तो एक काम करें, let's see how do we balance. हम बैलेंस कैसे करते हैं देखें जरा. अपने दाएं हाथ को पकड़ लें, hold your right hand over the top and try to pull it. खींचने की कोशिश करें. Just pull on the left side. बाईं तरफ खींचने की कोशिश करें. When you pull, what do? ये जोर लगाने के लिए आप क्या करते हैं? You hold your breath. Yes or no? सांस रोकी आपने? Even if you have to align yourself, what is the basic key? वो कुंजी क्या है? वो चाबी क्या है? It is kumbhak. It is holding your breath. So if you use breath hold in a particular manner, you can align the whole body. That is what we teach in Ashtang Chikitsa, how to align your body. And once your body is aligned, you will feel very light. आपको हल्का महसूस होगा. You lose excess of weight. जो भी आपके शरीर में बचाने के लिए शरीर ने कुछ भी किया है वो आपका ठीक हो जाएगा. So Sankhya Sharir, this is the second factor. Now again, if you have to align or Sankhya, if you have to correct the Sankhya, you have to use Kumbhak. Now let's go. Let's go to the third part, Pramana. Now, one more thing in Sankhya, what I want to actually tell you that there is a way of doing a movement and holding the breath. अगर आपको तरीका पता है ना, how to align, how you want to align your navel, how you want to align, how you can align your chest. अगर ये तरीका पता है ना, then only you will be able to align. So it needs a little commitment. एक थोड़ा committed atmosphere चाहिए होता है उसके लिए. That is why we teach it in the class. हम क्लास में सिखाते हैं. Now the fourth aspect, pramana sharira, prakriti, vikriti, sankhya, pramana. चौथे पे आ गए हम, pramana. Pramana means density. इसका मतलब होता है density, गुरुत्व, भार. Density. इसी को धातु भी कहते हैं. We call it धातु. There are different types of tissue in your body, isn't it? आपके शरीर में अलग-अलग तरीके के कोशिकाएं हैं. Like bone is very much dense. हड्डी जो है वो बहुत भारी होती है. Your muscles is less denser than your bone. आपकी जो मांसपेशियां हैं वो उससे कम घनत्व है उसमें. और आपके फैट में एडिपोज टिश्यू जिसे कहते हैं, your fat muscle, your fat tissue or adipose tissue is very light compared to the muscles and bones. जिनके शरीर में मसल ज्यादा होगा उनका वेट ज्यादा होता है. People who have denser bones and muscles, their weight is high even though they are lean. वो पतले होने के बाद भी उनका भार ज्यादा होता है. So there are different kinds of tissues. This is called as Sapt Dhatu. 7 different density tissue की है आपके शरीर में. There are 7 different densities, tissue of different densities. रस, रक्त, मांस, मेद, अस्थि, मज्जा, शुक्र. These are 7 densities. ये अलग अलग भार के टिश्यूज हैं. If the densities becomes less, if you lose the density, your organ functioning will not happen properly. आपके अंदर जितने भी ऑर्गन्स है, हार्ट, लिवर, लंग्स, किडनी, ये जितने भी ऑर्गन्स है ना, इनको काम करने के लिए देयर इज अ डेंसिटी रिक्वायर्ड. सो वी आर लूजिंग ऑन द डेंसिटी ऑफ आवर ऑर्गन. हमारी ऑर्गन वीक हो रही है. व्हाट इज डायबिटीज? Your pancreas is not functioning properly. Your liver is not functioning properly. What is hypothyroidism? Your thyroid gland is not functioning properly. It has also a relation with liver. What is kidney disease? Your kidney is not functioning properly. Organ damage आजकल ज्यादा है. You will see more chronic disease are there. Organ से related disease. So how do you correct your organ? Suppose there is a joint pain due to liver dysfunction. Liver के कारण आपके शरीर में joint pain, inflammation. So you will have to correct the liver. आपको liver ठीक करना पड़ेगा. Is there a medicine to correct liver? No, there is no medicine to rejuvenate your organ. आज तक कोई दवाई नहीं बनी है आपके हार्ट को ठीक करने के लिए, आपके किडनी को ठीक करने के लिए, आपके लिवर को ठीक करने के लिए, आपके पैनक्रियास को ठीक करने के लिए, आपके लंग्स को. There is no medicine. There cannot be a medicine. दवाई हो ही नहीं सकती है. So you will have to work internally. आपको अंदर काम करना पड़ेगा. अंदर आप काम कैसे कर सकते हैं? बाहर तो कर सकते हैं. You can do exercise, you can do weight training, isn't it? But people into sports and weight training and exercise, they also get diabetes, they also get heart attack. 40-40 साल के जवान जो है वो बॉडी बिल्डर्स, वो हार्ट अटैक आ रहा है. एक्सरसाइज cannot rejuvenate your organ. एक्सरसाइज से आपका हार्ट स्ट्रांग नहीं होने वाला. So how will it happen? ये होगा कैसे? Should we do a little experiment? एक experiment करें? Now keep your left palm like this. अपने बाएं हथेली को ऐसा रखें, दाएं मुट्ठी बांध ले दाएं हाथ से. Make a fist from the right hand. Keep your left palm like this and try to push your left palm very hard. जोर से धक्का दीजिए अपने बाएं हथेली को. पुश कीजिए. जोर से पुश कीजिए. How do you create this strength of pushing? ये जो शक्ति आप क्रिएट करेंगे, जो स्ट्रेंथ पैदा कर रहे हैं धक्का देने का, कैसे कर रहे हैं? You are holding your breath. You are holding your breath behind. करके देखिए दोबारा. Again, do it. Do it again. See, push it hard. You hold your breath. सांस रोकते हैं आप. But सांस रोक के by holding the breath, where are you creating the trigger? वो ट्रिगर कहां, वो एफर्ट कहां क्रिएट कर रहे हैं? Here, यहां पे कर रहे हैं एफर्ट, बाहर कर रहे हैं. एक्सटर्नल एफर्ट डाल रहे हैं ना. You are making an external effort. By holding your breath, you are making an external effort. So when you lift something, कोई भार आप उठाते हैं. So how do you lift weight? Weight कैसे lift करते हैं? You hold your breath. You can't lift weight without holding your breath. You hold your breath and when you lift weight with the right hand, suppose कीजिए आप दाएं हाथ से weight उठा रहे हैं, the trigger goes to the right hand muscles. दाएं हाथ के मसल में ट्रिगर चला जाता है and this becomes strong. Your right hand muscle grows. ऐसा ही होता है ना, बॉडी बिल्डिंग ऐसे ही होता है ना. This is how weight training and bodybuilding happens, isn't it? So by holding the breath, you are creating an external trigger. Now, very important part of this webinar. You hold your breath and do not move your body. What will happen? आप सांस रोक लें, अपने शरीर को बिल्कुल ना हिलाएं. क्या होगा? What will happen? You are not creating an external trigger. अब बाहरी दिशा नहीं दे रहे. तो कहां जाएगा ये? डायरेक्शन कहां जाएगा? Internally, your heart rate will increase. आपके हार्ट बीट से हो जाएगी ना, गर्मी लगने लग जाएगी शरीर. You start sweating after some time. पसीना आ जाएगा. Where did the trigger go? Inside. So by breath hold, you can create an internal trigger. Can you direct it towards your heart, towards your liver, towards your kidney, towards your thyroid, towards the other organ and make it strong? इसके अलावा कोई चारा नहीं है. देख लीजिए. How you made one hand more stronger than the other? एक हाथ कैसे आपका ज्यादा ताकतवर हो गया दूसरे से? Because you worked with that hand more, isn't it? आपने उस हाथ से ज्यादा काम किया. And how did you work? Breath hold and direction. Breath hold and direction. That hand became strong. So if you do breath hold and direction inside, that organ will become strong. This is the only way. There is no other way. So how you can rejuvenate your liver, how you can make your liver strong, how you can make your heart strong? By us creating a specific direction. This is Kumbhak Therapy, which is a part of Ashtang Chikitsa. So how do you correct the Pramana Sharira or the organ body? By creating an internal trigger. ठीक है? तो और दूसरा तरीका, there is no medicine for that. कोई दवाई नहीं है उसके लिए, and there cannot be a medicine. कोई दवाई बन नहीं सकती. So at this point of time, everybody's organ is getting weak. Not even people like you, for youngsters also, छोटे बच्चों के भी organ weak हो रहे हैं. इस वक्त ये जरूरी है कि अंदरूनी काम किया जाए. It is important to work inside and rejuvenate your organ, make your organ strong. Now let's come to the other part, which is marma. Your organ, muscles, bones, they all work together, isn't it? आपका heart, आपके muscles, your nervous system, muscles, bones, they all work together. If you take out heart, you will not be able to move. You will not be able to live. If you take out liver, you will not be able to live. So they all work together. So there are junctions. ऐसी जगह है जहां पे की movement होती है. There are junctions. Muscle and nerve junction. Muscle and bone junction. Two bones and there is a junction. ऐसा ही है ना? दो हड्डियों के बीच में एक जोड़ है. Organ, आपकी आंतों के बीच में. Lungs, organs and the external body is connected. ये सब जुड़ी हुई हैं कहीं ना कहीं जुड़ी हुई. ये जो junction point है, this junction point of the various organs is called as marma. If this junction point is okay, lubricated and flexible, you can perform better. अगर ये junction point ठीक से काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक से movement कर रहे हैं, तो आपका शारीरिक movement ठीक से होगा. Your organ function will happen properly. So these are called marmas. So marma needs a constant rejuvenation. इनको constantly एक तरीके से movement देना पड़ता है. To keep it fine, we need to actually make them move in a particular way constantly. For example, I'm giving another example. If your marmas are not functioning properly, there are two kinds of circulatory movement in your body. आपके शरीर में दो तरीके का movement का, blood circulation and lymph circulation. ऐसे मान के चलिए, just think about it. There are tissues and cells. आपकी कोशिकाएं हैं. The waste product gets thrown out of their walls. वो अपने बाहर अपना waste छोड़ देते. And by movement of tissues and cells, these waste product comes to a certain place called joints or lymph node. अंग्रेजी में उनको lymph node कहते हैं. All your joints are lymph node. आप ऐसे कटकाते हैं तो आवाज आती है ना? If you just tense the joints, there will be a sound. टक से आवाज आएगी ना? क्या हुआ? Gases release हुई. There is a release of gases and toxins. So it only happens through movement. वो बिना movement के नहीं होगा. Blood circulation can happen without movement because there is a pumping organ. एक heart है जो blood circulation करवा रहा है. Lymph का कोई circulation नहीं करवा रहा. It will only happen by movement of the body. So if you move the body in a particular way, these toxins, they go out of the body. There is a constant rejuvenation of cells. Internal environment साफ बनेगा आपका, तभी there will be प्रकृति, new cellular form, better cellular formation. अगर वो environment ठीक नहीं होगा, तो wrong cellular formation called, and this is called as cancer. गलत सेल बनते हैं तो कैंसर कहते हैं ना उसी को. So because of an internal environment, cancer happens because of a cancerous environment. और उसके लिए, if you want to come out of that, then there should be constant rejuvenation of marma. तो इसमें हम marma Ashtang Chikitsa में, there is a part in Ashtang Chikitsa, there is a part called as Anganyasa and marma vinyasa, which actually works upon, there is a particular movement in a particular way with a particular kind of breathing. It's a part of Ashtang Chikitsa. Now go a little further. Now everything is ready for functioning. Now tissues, organ, joint, marma, सब कुछ तैयार हो गया. Now you function, you live your life, you do movement, you do function. काम होता है ना. So function, there are three things which are attached to function. तीन चीजें हैं function के साथ में जुड़ी. Material, energy and movement. Function means three things: material, energy and dynamism. इसी को कहते हैं कफ, पित्त, वात. This you must have heard of. आजकल तो बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटी चलती है, व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी, फेसबुक यूनिवर्सिटी, यूट्यूब यूनिवर्सिटी. So everybody is educated. You know, at least you must have heard of these words called vata, pitta, kapha. Most of the people do not know what it is. They try to make an idea. But material, energy and dynamism, kapha, pitta, vata. Most of the problem is attributed to dynamism. वात दोष ज्यादातर प्रॉब्लम के साथ में जुड़ा हुआ है. So what is your joint problem? What is it called as? वात दोष. Right? Movement को आप कंट्रोल कैसे करते हैं? What is vata? Movement. Vata also creates pain. So movement, how do you control movement? If you want to move your hand, how do you control the movement? अगर आप ऐसे ऐसे तेजी से हाथ हिलाएं, देखिए पीछे, अपने पीछे देखिए. How do you control this movement? By holding your breath in a particular manner. अपनी सांसों को एक तरीके से चलाते हैं इसके लिए. Yes or no? You control your movement by holding your breath. Without holding your breath, you cannot control your movement. So वात दोष से बाहर आना है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? If you want to come out of vata dosh, what you need to do is control your movement. कुंभक करना पड़ेगा कि नहीं करना पड़ेगा? There is no other way. If you apply joint pain relief sprays or some gel, उससे क्या होगा? Temporary, you'll get a joint pain relief. Temporary, it's really temporary. क्या आपका घुटना ठीक हो जाएगा? No, it will not happen. So if you want to really have a control over the movement of your body, over your life, then you must practice Kumbhak. कोई और चारा है नहीं. So dosha sharir ko, if you want to correct the dosha imbalances in your body, the most potent way is Kumbhak. Other ways are also available, but they are less potent. There are medicines, all the herbs, Ayurvedic herbs, they do vata pitta kapha balance, but to a certain extent. केवल एक extent तक ही कर सकते हैं. They can be a little help, but they cannot be cure. Rejuvenation. If you do Kumbhak for 3 years, you will become 10 years younger. This is called as rejuvenation. So neuro problem, usually कहते हैं neuro problem. Somebody was talking about so what people were talking about? Spondylitis and what else? Neuro problem. Now something called as drop foot, neuropathy, है ना? ये चीज आपने सुना होगा. You must have heard of these things. So neuropathy happens on, you don't have a control. Parkinson, again a neuro problem. There is neuro degeneration, degenerative disease, which the doctor will say it doesn't become fine. It doesn't. No, there is no solution for that. There are sometimes autoimmune disorder of nervous origin, for which there is no solution. कोई solution है ही नहीं. So I'll tell you some examples. मैं आपको कुछ example बताता हूँ. So there was a person who was suffering from paralysis. A 64-65-year-old professor of Delhi University or some associate Delhi University का कोई college है उसमें. So he suffered a paralytic stroke and lost sensation in one part of the body. He started doing Kumbhak. In 3 months' time, he regained the sensation by almost 95% on that part. Now another example. There was a marathon. There is a marathon runner. She's a lady, a lady marathon runner. She started developing drop foot, uncontrolled legs. She couldn't control her legs. Suddenly, uska marathon सब बंद हो गया. She was almost like stuck. at one place. She started doing Kumbhak. And after 4 to 5 months, she reported, I am preparing for next marathon. So there was a person who was suffering from myasthenia gravis, where the muscles are not in control. Aankhein padakti rehti hain, muscles hilte rehte hain. They are in always fluctuating mode. He started Kumbhak, and in 3 months' time, he reported that it's gone maximum, like it's gone about 80 to 85% it's gone. Another person who was not able to speak for more than 2-3 words, he was not able to speak. Uska voice box related issue tha. It is also a neuro origin. So he started Kumbhak. In 4 to 5 months time, he said, I can talk for long now. मैं काफी समय तक अब बोल सकता हूं जो पहले नहीं बोल सकता था. So these are examples of people who have done Kumbhak, and they have come out of the problem of neuro origin. I'm talking about problems you're talking like Parkinson, paralysis, and neuropathy. You can actually revive. Your whole nervous system can revive. Let's get to the second last part, or the 7th Sharira. It is called as Garbha Sharira. Garbha means a quality. The Sanskrit word Garbha means a quality of environment, an environmental quality. So Garbha fundamentally is called as quality, and the quality can be created by something called as samskara. Samskara is a way of creating quality. So Garbha means quality. Garbha, quality or genetics are correlated. I'm talking about genetics. When you say Garbha Sharira, it is your genetics. Your genetics is responsible for your personality, for the quality of your body. How much your body has potential in what direction, in what vertical. It is your genetics. Isn't it? This is called as Garbha Sharira. The Garbha Sharira gives you the genetics. Can you correct your genetics? It has also some relation with what you call as karma. When we say samskara, it is called as related to what you have done. So your genetics is also what you have done. Your genetics is also what you have done. So can you correct your genetics? Yes, 99% of your genetics can be changed. Now, the modern research says 99% of the total genetical quality is epigenetics, changeable genetics, variable genetics. You can actually change your genetics. So earlier theory of genetics cannot be changed is now burst, is now being bursted. So now you can change your genetics also. If the doctor says, oh, you have a problem because of your genetics, then tell the doctor, please change my genetics, because modern research says genetics can be changed. But they are thinking of stem cells, which is not the right way to approach genetics. I am telling you, Kumbhak is a way to change genetics. When you do Kumbhak, you are actually applying epigenetic triggers inside the body, which will change your genetics. And that's why people into diabetes, they drop their medicine. People of who have blood pressure issues, they don't need a medicine to control their blood pressure. Whatever genetics you say, or what is being said in the world today, can be changed. But you have to do certain things in a certain way. Only then it will happen. The last part is Shrishti Sharira. Eighth Sharira is Shrishti Sharira. Shrishti means what? In which you are sunk. Like Shrishti for a fish is the sea. एक मछली के लिए समुद्र सृष्टि है. So the water around her is सृष्टि for her. So for human being, the cosmos, ये ब्रह्मांड is सृष्टि. So it applies lot of forces. Na? What is environment? What is universe? Lot of forces acting. Na? You walk on earth in the force which is called as gravity. Gravity pulls you down constantly. Within this gravity, you walk. So you make an effort against gravity and then you walk. There is a very high environment or the pressure of this atmosphere. Atmosphere का pressure है ना आपके ऊपर, उसके बावजूद भी आप move करते हैं, चलते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं. You do everything. So this is Srishti. The forces of environment is Srishti. Now I am bringing up something very, very unique and important. Now suppose gravity pulls you down. You know this, gravity pulls you down. Why do you grow tall? Gravity तो आपको नीचे खींचता है ना, गुरुत्वाकर्षण आपको नीचे खींचता है. आप लंबे क्यों हो जाते हैं? एक पेड़ ऊपर क्यों उग जाता है? Why a tree grows up? Why a bird flies? Because you must be applying a force opposite to gravity. Yes or no? आप जोर लगा रहे होंगे ग्रेविटी के विरुद्ध, आप जानते भी नहीं हैं. You don't even know, notice, but you are applying a force opposite to gravity. Suppose कीजिए आपके अंदर this force becomes weak inside you. Gravity के opposite force लगाना कमजोर हो गया. आपको कैसा फील होगा? How will you feel in your body and mind? You'll feel heavy, pulled by gravity. आप उठा नहीं पाएंगे ना, हल्का महसूस नहीं कर पाएंगे. Will not feel light. How will you feel? Heavy. ऊपर नहीं उठा पाएंगे तो नीचे heavy feel करेंगे. Where will the heaviness impact? ये heaviness कहां असर करेगा आपके? Joint पे? It will impact the joint? Yes or no? This heaviness is called as stress. S-T-R-E-S-S. You talk about stress, but आपको मालूम नहीं है stress क्या है. You think situation creates stress. No. Put 10 people in the same situation. 5 will get stressed, 5 will not. It is not the situation. It is your inability to handle a situation creates stress. आपकी क्षमता नहीं है अगर किसी सिचुएशन को हैंडल करने की, तब आपको उसमें स्ट्रेस होगा. So are you doing anything to increase your capability and the capacity to handle situation? No, you are not doing it. So I talked about one force. एक फोर्स के बारे में बात किया. The upward force is called udana. In Kumbhak Kalachar, in Kumbhak Vigyana, we call it udana. इसको हम उदान कहते हैं. Have you heard of this word उड़ान? उड़ान सुना है नाम आपने? उड़ना, उड़ान. This has come from the root udana. That means opposite to gravity force. There are 84 forces which you are struggling every moment through. 84 अलग-अलग forces में आप काम करते हैं. Your organ function according to these forces. So which force has gone weak in you because of which you have got into one problem? आपके अंदर कौन सा force weak हो गया जिसकी वजह से आप problem में आ गए? That is what we diagnose. In Prana Shakti diagnosis, यही Prana Shakti diagnosis है. We find out the force which has become weak in you, and because of that you have got into one problem and then another and then another and then another. This is the root cause. So we do Prana Shakti diagnosis. And in the 9 weeks, you learn the basic module and you get an extra class where the whole module get customized according to your system. 9 हफ्ते तक आप एक module सीखते हैं. There are 3 things in that module which actually takes care of all these 8 aspects. ये 8 चीजों का वो ध्यान रखता है. 3 चीजें हैं. The first one is called as Anganyasa. The second one is called as Hatha Vinyasa. The third one is called as Kumbhak Therapy. So in 9 weeks, you learn this module of 3 steps, and then you get an extra class of customization where we diagnose you and customize the whole module according to your system and problem. This is Ashtang Chikitsa. So it takes care of all the Sharira. Sharira means body and mind complex. Prakriti, Vikriti, Sankhya, Pramana, Marma, Dosha, Garbha, Srishti, and it's a cycle. It's a cycle. So if you work upon the body, see, you will never get a magic pill. If you wait for eternity, you'll not get a magic pill. कोई magic दवाई नहीं बन सकती शरीर के लिए. Why? Because this body is first of all not designed for chemical medicine. Is your body designed for chemical medicine? No, your body is not designed for chemical medicine. जब आप एक पेट्रोल की गाड़ी लेते हैं तो डीजल डालते हैं उसमें. Would you put diesel into a petrol vehicle? No, never. Common sense, it is designed for petrol. So when your body is not designed for chemical medicine, where does this common sense go? ये कॉमन सेंस कहां चला जाता है इस समय जब हम अपने शरीर को इस्तेमाल करते हैं. दैट इज व्हाई मोर मेडिसिन, मोर डिजीज इन द लास्ट 50 years. Enough example, isn't it? So you must work upon this. Body is magical. Let me give you this guarantee. ये शरीर बहुत मैजिकल है, ये ठीक करता है अपने आप को. दिस इज द ओनली गैजेट विच इज सेल्फ करेक्टिव और इट करेक्ट्स इटसेल्फ. ये खुद को ठीक करता है. आप मौका दें इसको. You empower your system and you'll see magic happening in your life. So it is important, wherever you invest your time, money, focus, that thing grows. आपने दवाइयों पे इन्वेस्ट किया पिछले 50 सालों में, कितनी बढ़ गई, वो आपको रूल करने लग गई. आप हेल्थ पे इन्वेस्ट कीजिए. जस्ट इन्वेस्ट इन हेल्थ and you'll see your health will improve. Not only your health, the health of next generation will improve. So it is our responsibility that we focus on this beautiful system that we have been given or gifted with and transform our lives, make our lives better. So I'll stop here. यहाँ पे मैं रुकूंगा. So the team will take you forward. Team आपको आगे बताएंगे.
Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to Swami Rajvibhu. I think we have got a little insight on how we should work on our body. Yes or no? Okay, so to add to it, I will be inviting a few participants who would like to share their journey of Ashtang Chikitsa. Do I have your permission to do that? क्या आप लोग सुनना चाहेंगे current participants से उनकी journey of Ashtang Chikitsa and how they have benefited by the same? Anusha ma'am says yes. Nitu ma'am says yes. Okay. So Banani ma'am, welcome to the webinar. If you could please join us. Banani ma'am, are you there? Are you able to hear me? Okay. Thank you, Banani ma'am, for joining us today. I put you on spotlight. You can unmute yourself and talk to us about your journey in Ashtang Chikitsa. What was your state before you joined? How many hours have you been putting in? And what is your current state? Thank you so much, Banani ma'am.
नमस्ते मैम. मेरा तो आज 9 weeks हो रहा है. 2 months हुआ है. ठीक है.
Okay.
हाँ, मेरा बहुत सारा इम्प्रूवमेंट है. हालांकि मुझे उस टाइप की कुछ डिजीज नहीं था, बट जैसे एसिडिटी, गैस, वो सब तो कम हो गया. और नी पेन मेरा है, तो नी पेन अभी भी थोड़ा है, बट मुझे लगता है वो कम हो जाएगा. मैं रेगुलर 45 मिनट्स मुझे लगता है, और मुझे बहुत सारा इम्प्रूवमेंट लगता है. लाइट लगता है, एनर्जेटिक लगता है. और प्लस पॉइंट एक है कि पेट भी कम हो गया उसमें मेरा. हाँ, और नी पेन तो कम हो ही जाएगा. थोड़ा तो कम हुआ है, बट 2 months से हुआ है. और 1-2 वीक तो इतना समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. फिर धीरे धीरे अभी अच्छा से करने लगी हूँ. 3-4 weeks हुआ है. तो मुझे लगता है और 1-2 महीने में नी पेन बिल्कुल ही चला जाएगा. बाकी सारी चीजें में इम्प्रूवमेंट बहुत है. मीन्स अंदर से अच्छा फील होता है, लाइट फील होता है ना.
Okay. Thank you so much, Banani ma'am, for sharing your experience. I would like to now invite Neha. Has Sir joined in? Okay, just a sec. Okay. Neha, has Sir joined in for the... Okay, Anilji, you can share the... Praveen Sir is there to share his journey in Ashtang Chikitsa.
Yes,
Over to
ma'am,
Praveen Sir. Praveen Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll just put you on spotlight.
Thank
You
you.
can share your experience in Ashtang Chikitsa.
थैंक यू वेरी मच। सबसे पहले तो मैं स्वामी जी और पूरी अष्टांग टीम का काफी तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूंगा। एक्चुअली ऐसा कौन सा एरिया नहीं था मेरे शरीर में जिसमें मुझे प्रॉब्लम नहीं था। मीन्स इनफैक्ट लास्ट 2 ईयर पहले मुझे अचानक से मेरे लाइफ बहुत अच्छी चल रही थी, कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं थे मुझे, मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता था। बट जनवरी में सडनली अचानक से मेरा चलना बंद हो गया। मेरा राइट नी में इतना पेन होने लगा कि आई कैन नॉट बेयर दैट पेन। तो जब एमआरआई वगैरह किया तो उसमें देयर वाज वन ट्यूमर। फॉर्चुनेटली वो कैंसरस नहीं था, बट वो भी पीवीएनएस करके, पिगमेंटेड विलोनोडुलर साइनोवाइटिस, मतलब उसका नाम भी सुन के मुझे इतना डर लग रहा था। मैंने उसका ऑपरेशन किया। आई एम ऑडिबल मैम?
यस वेरी मच सर।
हाँ हाँ, तो मैंने उसका ऑपरेशन किया। ऑलमोस्ट 4-5 लाख रुपए मैंने ऑपरेट करके वो ट्यूमर निकाला। अगेन डॉक्टर ने मुझे कहा था कि हाँ, ये 1 मिलियन में एक आदमी को होता है, और आपको जो हुआ है वो और वहां पे रीग्रोथ के चांसेस हैं। तो मैं काफी डर गया था, मतलब क्या करूँ कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा था। तो सडनली मैं ये अष्टांग चिकित्सा का एक वेबिनार अटेंड किया था। तो वहां पे मैंने मेरे प्रॉब्लम्स शेयर किए उनको। तो उन्होंने कहा था कि हो जाएगा। मुझे काफी पेन होता था, मैं बिना टैबलेट बिना मेडिसिन के मैं चल भी नहीं पाता था, इवन मेरा लेग भी उठा नहीं पाता था। तो मैं लगभग मुझे सेकेंड वीक के बाद ही मैंने टैबलेट मेरा बंद हो गया। टिल लगभग 2 महीने के बाद मैं, मतलब अभी तक मैं कोई भी टैबलेट कोई भी पेन किलर नहीं खाता हूँ। और मैं अच्छी तरह से चल पाता हूँ। एक्चुअली बाय प्रोफेशन मैं एक यूटिलिटी इंजीनियर हूँ, तो मुझे काफी स्टेयरकेस चढ़ने उतरने में दिक्कत होती है। अभी थोड़ी दिक्कत होती है, बट जो पहले मुझे होता था कि मैं मतलब बिना सहारा या फिर बिना मेडिसिन के मैं चल नहीं पाता था। तो कुंभक से मुझे काफी एनर्जेटिक भी लगता है दिन में, और काफी फर्क पड़ा है मुझे। और मैं एसिडिटी मुझे इतना रहता था, लगभग मैं कभी कभी 2-2 टैबलेट खाता था ओमेस की। तो मुझे अभी एसिडिटी का, मतलब 3 महीने से मैंने कभी गोली भी नहीं खाया है। सिर्फ मैं पानी, काफी मुझे बताया था पानी पीने के लिए, मैं पानी पीता हूँ रेगुलरली। और मेरा डाइट भी जैसे वीडियोस में बताया गया मैं वैसे डाइट भी मेरा फॉलो करता हूँ। मैंने ऑलमोस्ट 8 से 10 केजी वेट भी कम किया है, मतलब डाइट अच्छे से फॉलो कर रहा हूँ। और मुझे आशा है कि बाकी लोगों को भी काफी हेल्पफुल रहेगा ये कुंभक। और मतलब बहुत सारी चीजें बताने के लिए है, बट लोगों को लगेगा कि हाँ ये कुछ इन्फ्लुएंस में आके बता रहे, बट इट्स नॉट काइंड ऑफ, जो मुझे सच में फायदा हुआ है वो मैं यहाँ पे शेयर कर रहा हूँ। मुझे और बीच में 1 महीना मेरा प्रैक्टिस छूट गया था कुछ रीजन, पर्सनल रीजन की वजह से। बट अगर मैंने प्रैक्टिस से चालू किया है तो मुझे काफी अच्छा महसूस हो रहा है। वो काफी अच्छा लगता है, एनर्जेटिक लगता था पहले। कभी मतलब मैं तीनों शिफ्ट में काम करता हूँ। मुझे मतलब शिफ्ट, मॉर्निंग शिफ्ट में, सेकंड शिफ्ट में, नाइट शिफ्ट में, कभी भी आना, कभी भी खाना, कभी भी जाना, मतलब कुछ लाइफस्टाइल रहा ही नहीं था। बट अभी काफी एनर्जेटिक रहता हूँ। और काफी आई एम वेरी मच थैंकफुल टू स्वामी जी कि मैं अष्टांग चिकित्सा कर रहा हूँ। और मैं अभी मेरी वाइफ को भी इंसिस्ट कर रहा हूँ, वो भी ये प्रोग्राम अभी नेक्स्ट मंथ से ज्वाइन कर रही है, फेब से। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच मैम, थैंक्स फ्रॉम माय साइड।
Thank you so much, Praveen sir, for your comments on the journey of Ashtang Chikitsa. So now I would like to ask Anil ji to please share the program details. So over to Anil ji, please share the program details.
Yes, just give me 5 seconds.
Yes.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Let's get to know about the details of the program, and we'll do it very fast. We won't waste much of time, because after this, Swamiji will be live to answer all your questions. Rasnadi, is my screen visible
Yes, it's showing loading.
now?
No, it's yes. Now it's showing.
Okay, right. So the total program modules are 3: module 1, module 2, and module 3. And why there are 3 modules? Each module is of 3 weeks duration. And as Swamiji said in his presentation, that the body needs to be aligned in all the 8 aspects. He talked about in detail. So that's why there are 3 modules. Each module is of 21 days of duration. Can we mute? Now, the total program overview is duration is of 10 weeks. Actually, the program is of 9 weeks. Then there are customized modules. We'll be talking about that. What exactly is customized modules? Then there'll be 2 live classes every week. Out of these 2 classes, one will be the learning class and one will be the mentoring class. In the learning class, the actual kriyas will be told, and in the mentoring class, there will be mentors inside the class who will be observing you and giving you feedback about how you're doing your exercises. They'll be correcting you there and then. Then ultimately, you'll be completing all the 3 modules. And when the class is over, you will get a special login ID and password where all the videos you can access and the written instructions. And you can even download those instructions and take a printout to use it on a daily basis. What are the next steps? You pay the program fee, and there's a special webinar price that we'll be offering. And then there'll be an enrollment form sent to you by Neha from our team. And through that form, we'll create a login ID and password for you to access the course. And then you join the program module. You'll start with module 1. After completing, then module 2 and module 3. Total classes, again, I'll tell you about it. Module 1, 6 classes, out of which 3 learning, 3 mentoring, 21 days. Same for module 2, 6 classes. And then for module 3 also, there'll be 6 classes. So total 18 classes, plus there'll be 82 customized classes, customization. So engagement is of total 9 weeks. I'll talk about the customization class a little later on. Now, the class start date for the 55th batch. On Monday, we'll be starting the 55th batch of Ashtang Chikitsa, which is 31st January 2022, Monday at 6:30 p.m. This will go on for 3 weeks. And after this, the second module will begin from 22nd February. And after completing the second module, you'll be going to the third module, which will start on 16th of March. Ultimately, you'll be completing all 3 one by one. Mentor classes. For mentor classes, let's say you have your first module on Monday, the class for the module 1 on Monday. Third day after the main class, that is Thursday, would be the mentors class, where you'll be showing the exercise. Mentors will observe you and give you feedback, live feedback. For module 2, mentor classes will be on Fridays, since the main class is on Tuesdays. And for module 3, the mentor classes are on Saturdays, since the main class will be on Wednesdays. How is the class experience like? These are live sessions wherein our mentors watch all the participants, and you get instructions in Hindi and English both, and you get session recordings in the form of videos. Then apart from these kriyas and the main classes and the mentoring classes, you'll get a lot of information like mental practices. Swamiji will suggest you. There'll be unique diet perspective. Mind you, this is not a diet plan. This is a diet perspective. What to eat, in what season, what to eat, why to eat, logic behind what to eat. There'll be a lot of input from Swamiji on this. Then there'll be simple detox processes. And there are a lot of information which will be shared during the course of 9 weeks. Now, I'll come to the total program cost. Before that, I'd like to take your attention to a bit of expense that we could be doing on just managing our problems. I'll just, we need to know this, that how much we are already spending, so that when we do a program, which means, fraction of this cost, so then we see things in a right perspective. So I've written here, doctor fees could range from 6,000 to 12,000 rupees, and this is yearly. depending on which city you live in. So that way. That physiotherapy, if you are into physiotherapy, you could be spending anywhere from 12,000 to 30,000. Medicines, another 15,000 to 30,000 every year. So if you total all these, 33,000 to 72,000, you could be spending just to maintain your disease, not cure it, just to maintain the disease. And the side effects of allopathy treatment that we all know. Now, the program fee for Ashtang Chikitsa is 9,500 for the complete 9 weeks, plus customization, plus Pran Shakti diagnosis, which I'll be talking about a few seconds from now. Now, this may seem a lot because when you look at it, most of the time we are looking for free things. We watch a YouTube video, we look for free things, but there's nothing free in this world. You invest your time, and then there are a lot of things which goes behind the free things. Ultimately, you're paying in one way or the other. So let's do some math here. If it's sounding too much for you, for some it will be very less, but for many it would be very high. So let's do some math. 10 weeks of program in 20 classes. So if you divide 9,500 by 20, each class comes to 475 rupees. And each class duration is of 60 to 90 minutes duration, right? So this is even lesser than, in some cases, if the less than the fees of the doctor. And this is something that is a permanent solution because you are working on the root cause. आप जड़ पे काम कर रहे हैं. That is why a solution is possible, permanent solution. So please keep this in mind when you're looking at the pricing or the program fee. What all you get in this 9 weeks therapy and what all you get in the program. The first thing, Pran Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. Now, this is very important. So, you'll be asked to fill a Pran Shakti diagnosis form. This is a non-medical diagnosis in which certain questions are asked. You'll be asked to do some experiments on your body, on your breath, on your emotions, and you'll be asked to provide a recent passport size photograph also. All these two things go to Swamiji, wherein he can know that what is the cause that is there in your body, which has, due to which you have got into the problem that you are in now. So just alone this diagnosis, if you go, because there's nothing like it, the first thing, but this alone itself is worth 9,500. And then the second thing is, which you get is weekly one main class, 60 to 90 minutes. Then the weekly practice class is also of 60 to 90 minutes. The fourth thing that you online course access for 1 year. The videos will be there with you even after the 9 weeks are over for complete 1 year. So you can easily refer to the videos. You can always get back to the videos to get the clarification. Then the fifth thing is course dashboard, in which all the videos of all kriyas done in the class. Each kriya which is taught in the main class, you get videos also of each kriya, so that you know exactly what to do, so that there's no chance of error in doing your kriyas. Then the sixth thing that you get is written instructions. You can download and take a printout and use it on a daily basis. Then seventh thing, this is the most important, this is the support group. On 2 days of the week, you'll be live with us, but on the remaining 5 days of the week, you'll be practicing alone. So if at that time, if you have any doubt or a question, where do you go? You ask in this WhatsApp group. This is the support group. Our mentors are inside this group. So you can ask your question, any doubt. See, we understand that this is an online therapy. And a lot of you may be having some questions or doubts how the therapy can be done online. See, if we will be starting the 55th batch. So there are already people learning, even 75 years of age of people, 80 years of age. So we've taken everything into account, that what all can become a difficulty in doing online. So that's why a private WhatsApp group that I talked about, this is the group where you'll get the support. Then the eighth thing is individual participant progress tracking. You'll get a call from, apart from interacting inside this group, you'll get a personal call from one of our mentors to discuss your problem. Maybe you're not comfortable in discussing in the group. So you can talk to them personally also. Then ninth thing, therapy customization for each participant in the 9th week. This is very, very, very important. This will be based on the Pran Shakti diagnosis. So in the 9 weeks, your body is prepared to receive this customization. So the therapy customization happens in the 9th week, and this therapy customization will be done as per your problem. The whole therapy will be fine-tuned as per your problem, as per the cause which is responsible for the problem that you are in right now. And the 10th thing is keep in touch even after the program is over. After the program is over, you will be shifted from the class group to the old students group. We won't leave you, so that you can ask questions even after the program. And mind you, this is the only program on the planet where we offer support even after the validity of the program is up, even after the 9 weeks, which means that we are there with you. So there's no question of getting lost. There's no question of having any doubt that how you'll be able to do it. We won't leave your hand. You may leave our hand, but we won't leave your hand. That's a promise. And like, since all of you have spent quite a lot of time here, you are listening carefully, there's a very special webinar pricing, which is just 5,500 for the complete 9 weeks or the 10 weeks of program, same 20 classes. And if you, again, I love to do this. I love to do this little math. Divide 5,500 by 20, it comes to only rupees 275 per class. So if you're getting a permanent solution without any side effects, by just using your own breath, using Kumbhak, I think there's no better deal than this. How to enroll? You pay the program fee, you post the payment receipt in the WhatsApp group, then you'll get a form in which you submit your details, and then you join the first module and start attending class to learn Ashtaang Chikitsa. These are the payment methods we'll share in the WhatsApp group also and in the chat also. With this, the last thing which I'd like to discuss is the support team. See, we have a proper team. It's not just that there's just one person or Swamiji. There's a complete team of people who will take care of you. Rachna Shri Malhotra, the host of this webinar, she's a chief mentor. Then Shalini Bhagat, she is another mentor. Atul Sharma, another mentor. Pooja Chopra, another mentor. Neha Upadhyay, she's in charge of all the enrollments. When you'll be enrolling for the program, she's the person that will be interacting with you. Anil Chauhan, that's me. Himanshu Reddy, he takes care of all the technical stuff, like login details, passwords, if you're having problem, if your video is not playing, anything technical, Himanshu is there. So complete team is there. We'll make sure that you do your kriyas properly, on time, and that you get out of all your diseases ultimately. But again, it will depend on a lot on you also. But from our side, we have a complete team to support you and guide you. And thank you for listening. And I think Swamiji is also there with us now. I'll hand over to Rachnaji. And with this, I'll stop my screen sharing.
Thank you so much, Anilji, for sharing the course details. Okay, so we just have another participant. She's joined in. So we'll just take 2 minutes and she would like to share her experience. And then we'll just quickly go over to the questions. Dipshika ma'am, you can join in. Please unmute yourself. Dipshika ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Hello everyone. This is Dipeksha here. Well, when I had joined the treatment, I was not having energy at all. I used to do work for 5 minutes and I used to feel so tired. And I was thinking, why this is happening? Why am I getting tired? Because I've been working from 28 years. I've been doing servicing, working at home, And then finally, once I saw this on the Facebook and I said, let me join and let me see how it works. And then finally, as and when I was doing the kriyas as suggested by Swamiji, Rachna ma'am, Shalini ma'am, slowly and steadily, I started gaining energy. I was feeling energetic. Like even I used to walk for 1 or 2 kilometers and come back home, I used to feel I should sleep. But now that is not the case. I really feel energetic because, and this is one benefit. And secondly, I never used to sit folding my legs because I have a back pain. I have a problem in L5S1. There is a little bulge in that. And my left leg always ache and pain. So I'm not able to fold the leg. But as and when I'm doing the kriyas, slowly and steadily, I'm able to sit at least for 10 minutes folding my legs. Before that was also not possible. So I really believe that once I continue this kriyas for a long period of time, without medicines, I can heal myself. That's what Swamiji's kriyas have really benefited me. Also, Dhanvantram Trail. I'm telling you people, it really works like miracle. I am so used to it that I'm feeling that I will never stop this in my life. I'll keep using it. So I thank the entire team of, I'm sorry, I'm not able to pronounce your Kriya. Akanksha, what is Rachana? How you
Ashtang
spell your
Chikitsa. Ashtang Chikitsa.
Ashtang
Yeah,
Chikitsa. So thank you all of you. And I hope that it benefits each and everyone who has taken part in this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dipshika ma'am, for joining us. It was nice to know. Now over to Swamiji. He has joined in. So we will take up the question answer without much delay. Namaste, Swamiji. Good evening. Okay. Malika Srinivasan says, my breath itself is very shallow. Will I be able to do it?
And you must do it. If your breath is shallow, you don't even know how many problems you'll get into and what kind of life and experience you are getting. So it is important that you stabilize your breath. If you stabilize your breath, you'll see your mental fluctuation. Your mind and your emotion will get strengthened, and you'll see life is a beautiful opportunity to experience. Opportunity of experiencing a lot of things in it, isn't it? So you must stabilize your breath. And it is not just about your breath. The program is about stabilizing the whole system. And we are talking about 8 levels of your body. So it is all about strengthening 8 levels, creating balance in it, and creating rhythm in it.
Okay, Deepak sir says yet to diagnose because not gone for any checkup, but I feel pain in arms, shoulders, waist, back, neck, other joints too.
You have a weak spine. You need to understand, see what diagnosis will do. Usually the modern diagnosis is localized to a particular part of your body. So they will actually specify, अच्छा आपका L4 में है या फिर C1 में है, C2. इस तरीके की बात करेंगे. They will localize degeneration. They'll see a degeneration. It's not a diagnosis. आपके शरीर के अंदर झांकने का एक तरीका मिल गया. So the scan will do that. It will just see what is there. Why that degeneration is happening, nobody will tell you. Nobody knows actually. So your diagnosis is not a diagnosis because nobody knows why this degeneration in that part has happened. No diagnosis tells you. Fundamentally, your spine is weak. See, you will learn 3 things in the whole program. The first aspect is called as Anganyasa. Anganyasa fundamentally means stabilizing your body or establishing your body. I'm not just talking about this body because this is Ashtang Chikitsa. I've already explored 8 different levels of your body. So stabilizing the whole system, that is called as Anganyasa. Hatha Vinyasa is something that creates balance in the whole system, in all the 8 levels of your body. And the third thing is Kumbhak Therapy. Kumbhak Therapy will create strength in all these 8 bodies. So your body cures you. Let me tell you, no medicine cure you or can cure you. Medicine cannot cure you. So first thing you need to understand, medicine doesn't cure you. Your body cures you. आपका शरीर आपको ठीक करता है. Through medicine, you can deceive your body. थोड़ा धोखा दे सकते हैं अपने शरीर को. By cutting off the pain, you can deceive your body. So you feel a little comfortable for some time. And I'm talking about all kinds of medicine. Chemical medicine, of course, it has its adverse reactions. But apart from that, even herbal medicine is just an indication that you are taking some support. Herbal medicine is also support. Now food cannot cure you. Your body has to have that kind of energy to convert food into the required tissues and cells. So again, the strength of your body comes into play. Food can act as a raw material. It cannot cure you. Your body cures you. If you eat good food and your body has that kind of a strength, balance, and rhythm, then it will create right kind of cells. It will regenerate itself properly or in time. So food can be a little support, but it cannot cure you. Medicine obviously cannot cure you. It can play as a supportive role. Your body cures you. You must strengthen your body. Create strength, balance, and rhythm of your body, and you'll see that it will take you out of any kind of disease and difficulty. Next.
Okay, can muscular dystrophy be cured with your program, Harish sir?
So muscular dystrophy can easily be cured through this program. Any kind of degeneration. Atrophy usually is a term which is used when the formation is not proper. So when muscles are not forming properly, you are talking about regeneration. So not only muscular regeneration, even nervous regeneration, which in modern term they are calling it as neuroplasticity, is possible, and it happens. We have cases where people have come out of many nerve issues like paralysis, neuropathy, myasthenia gravis, drop foot, voice irregulation. So muscular regeneration, for muscle regeneration, you need certain factors of your body. One of the factor is called as a Vyanapaksha. I'm not saying it technically because in today's time, we have not trained ourselves in those technical terms. We have trained ourselves in some other technical terms. So there is a Vyanapaksha of your body which helps in retaining or creating structure of cells and tissues. So that Vyanapaksha, if it becomes weak, muscle dystrophy can happen, or any kind of structural deformation and discrepancy can happen. If we correct the Vyanapaksha, you'll see your muscle dystrophy can easily be reversed. Not only muscles, nerve, and our program is all about Neuro Musculoskeletal system.
Okay, PM sir or madam, I don't know, is asking, will it be helpful for cervical dystonia?
So, any kind of a spinal issue, if you see where it starts from, what is the origin of spine issue? So when you are talking a particular term, dystonia, you are just talking about the motor ability of that part. But I'm saying, I'm saying it is related to the nervous system. But your spine has all the three things along. There are nerves which are protruding out of your spine. Your hands work because your spine has a nerve which is extending to your limbs. So any kind of spine issue, if you talk about, it will always aggravate towards your towards your limbs, hands or legs. Either it is upper part of your spine or the lower part of your spine. Now, talking about spine, it has a structure. It needs a strength of maintaining that structure. Now, if your body is degeneration, there is a balance of regeneration and degeneration. If I talk about degeneration, the way we have designed our lifestyle, it's a degenerative lifestyle. So giving you an example, if you walk through a smoky zone, a very polluted zone, you inhale less, isn't it? You inhale less, the body tends to inhale less. You go to any, whatever smell you do not like, you inhale less. So if you go to a polluted region, you inhale less. But tell me, in our cities and towns, is the environment polluted? Yes, you must be inhaling less then, because your body is connected with nature. It is a produce of nature. When you go to a natural zone, you will inhale more. Your regeneration is an aspect of your inhalation. Now, if you are in some kind of anxiety, if you become anxious, do you know you inhale less? When you are fearful, you inhale less. Corona has come. Now what will happen? Your inhalation starts becoming less. When you hate somebody, you inhale less. So the way we have designed our lifestyle, where we are saying this is good, this is bad, we have bifurcated life into two parts, good and bad. At that moment only we start inhaling less. Your regeneration is an aspect of inhalation, and your degeneration is an aspect of exhalation. So if your exhalation is not in your control, and for that matter, let me tell you, everyone who is attending this webinar, they do not have their exhalation in their control. So in regeneration and degeneration has an imbalance in your body. It will lead to what? It will lead to more discrepancy, degenerative factors aggravating in your body. So you will lose, if you lose the strength of regeneration, your muscle, wherever it is forming, will not be able to form properly. Your nervous rejuvenation will not happen properly. And strength, if the spine doesn't maintain the strength of structure, then what will happen? The disc prolapse. One is degeneration of the disc in between the two bones, and the second thing is prolapse, not being able to maintain a structure. So three things you need to, again, I'm coming back to that. Three things you need to increase in your system: strength, balance, and rhythm. The Hatha Vinyasa, the second module that you will learn, is all about spine. It will increase the strength of your spine. It will align or create a balance of your spine. And it will also create a functional balance of your organs, so that the spine, the strength of spine and the alignment is maintained. So if we work upon the fundamental factors of your body, you'll see even what you are calling as dystonia is reversible. It can be easily reversed. But reversing is a fundamental function of your own body, strengthen your body, and it can reverse these things.
Okay. Vasant Jain sir writes, I had some operation. Since then, my feet have gradually become numb. Varicose vein, spine operation.
So I'll go a little more deep. Okay, I'll go a little more deep. Try to remember your grandfather and grandmother. अपने दादा दादी नाना नानी को जरा याद करें. Are you physically more stable than them or physically more strong than them? क्या आप उनसे ज्यादा strong हैं physically? How much effort you can make and how much effort they can make? They could make, rather. They could make a lot of effort. Women would walk with a lot of pitchers of water on their head for kilometers. Today, nobody can do that. At least in the cities, women can't do that. Not even males. They can't make physical effort. Now, one thing is physically we have become weak. Second, 100 years back, how many people used to have diabetes, hypothyroidism, thyroidism, hyperthyroidism, blood pressure issues, heart issues? 100 years back. Nobody. किसी को भी बीमारी नहीं थी ये सब. So these all disease, 80% of the total disease that is happening in the world today are called as chronic disease, lifestyle related disease. या फिर आप उसे कहेंगे your organ, internal organ and function has become weak. डायबिटीज का मतलब पैनक्रियास कमजोर हो गया, थायराइड कमजोर हो गया, हार्ट कमजोर हो गया, लिवर कमजोर हो गया. So internal organ, 80% of total problem is related to weakness of internal organ. And your internal organ and external body have a correlation also. So your pain may not be a local problem that we are not looking in that manner. It may not be local problem. Pain happens because of inflammation. Inflammation की वजह से pain होता है. Inflammation हटा दीजिए, pain चला जाएगा. It is not because of structural issue. Pain structure से नहीं होता है कि यहाँ पे घिस गया, ये हड्डी टूट गई, उसकी वजह से दर्द हो रहा है, ये दो मुंह आ गए इसके. No, it doesn't happen because of that. Otherwise, हमारे अष्टावक्र महाराज जी तो चल भी नहीं पाते फिर. I have lot of broken bones and there is no pain. तो पेन क्यों होता है? पेन इन्फ्लेमेशन से होता है. इन्फ्लेमेशन जलन जैसी एक चीज हो गई. And there can be an external inflammation, there can be an internal inflammation. बाहर से खरोंच लगती है तो जलन होता है ना आपको. So there can be an internal inflammation. Internal inflammation क्यों होता? लिवर आपका अगर प्रॉब्लम है तो इंटरनल इन्फ्लेमेशन. So लिवर पे आपने बचपन से कितनी केमिकल बम्बार्डिंग किया है? How much chemical bombarding you have done? Your liver has gone through. कितने वैक्सीन लिए थे जब पैदा हुए थे? कितनी दवाइयां खाई हैं? So it's a chemical bombarding that we have done on our body. जमीन पे chemical bombarding हमने किया ना. On our land we used pesticides and all the fertilizers. What happened? Our land became barren. हमारी जमीन की उर्वरता खत्म हो गई. तो आप कह रहे हैं जैविक खेती करो. Now we are saying organic farming. Go towards organic farming. So tell me, when will you go towards organic farming of your body? ये जमीन की उर्वरता खत्म हो चुकी है, इसका स्ट्रेंथ खत्म हो चुका है, इसको वापस कैसे करेंगे? Through chemicals, will you be able to bring back the strength of human system? Never. कभी नहीं हो सकता. Just look at last 50 years. पिछले 50 सालों को देखिए. सारी बीमारियां बढ़ी है ना. All kinds of disease has increased rampantly. इतनी तेजी से बढ़ी कि आप सोच नहीं सकते. Do you know cancer is increasing at the rate of 12% every year? Diabetes has become a pandemic already. Hypothyroidism, females are becoming hypothyroid at the age of 13, 14. Kids are becoming diabetic at the age of 2 year, 3 year. 3 साल के बच्चे इंसुलिन ले रहे हैं. हार्ट डिजीज हैज बिकम द नंबर 1 कॉज ऑफ डेथ। तो हमें तो देखना पड़ेगा ना, हमारे शरीर की क्षमता खत्म हो चुकी है, इंटरनल एज वेल एज एक्सटर्नल। सो इफ यू वांट टू कम आउट ऑफ पेन, you must reduce the risk factor in the system. Inflammation आपको कम करना पड़ेगा. When you learn Kumbhak Therapy, we teach you certain methods. कुछ मेथड हम आपको सिखाते हैं. वो मेथड ऐसे हैं कि अभी आप गूगल करोगे तो नहीं मिलेगा. We are reviving this whole science. So there is a method called Prakriti Shul. There is a method called Kaka Khechari. There is a method called Shul Raj. ये सारे के सारे मेथड आपके शरीर में इन्फ्लेमेशन कम करते हैं. Apart from increasing the strength of your organ and organ functioning, it reduces inflammation. That is how you come out of your pain. तभी आप अपने दर्दों से निकल के आएंगे. The second aspect is pain is also psychological. It enters your psychology very easily. शारीरिक रूप से जो पेन होता है वो तो होता ही है, वो दिमाग में घुस जाता है बहुत जल्दी. तो इसीलिए मेंटल इश्यूज इज इंक्रीजिंग इन द वर्ल्ड. मेंटल इश्यूज दुनिया में बढ़ रहे हैं, हर एक को है ही, अलग अलग प्रोपोर्शन में, मे बी एक्सेप्टेबल लेवल पे है. इमोशनल इश्यूज बहुत बढ़ रहे हैं. नाउ आवर प्रोग्राम एड्रेसेस दोस थिंग्स. 100% मेंटल इश्यूज, इमोशनल इश्यूज ठीक हो जाएंगे. तो इट विल अगेन, व्हाट वी आर सेइंग इज, ये जो मल्टीपल प्रॉब्लम आ रही है ना, व्हेन यू से आई एम हैविंग दिस, आप क्या कह रहे हैं? मुझे ये भी है, वो भी है, वो भी है, वो भी है, वो भी है. ये तो होना ही है, क्योंकि आपका फंडामेंटली जो जिस तरीके से जो स्ट्रेंथ मैकेनिज्म है आपके शरीर का, षडबल, 6 तरीके की स्ट्रेंथ आपके शरीर के कमजोर है, तो उनको स्थापित करना पड़ेगा, उनको वापस लेके आना पड़ेगा. तो मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूं. आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल कि आप रीजनरेशन क्या आपका शरीर करेगा. मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूं, आपको समझना पड़ेगा. एक 2 लीटर का जो बॉटल होती है ना, 2 लीटर बॉटल, वाटर बॉटल, पानी भरो, अपने राइट हैंड से रोज 100 बार ऐसे ऐसे करके उठा लो. आफ्टर 10 days विल यू सी योर राइट हैंड हैज मोर मसल्स. थोड़ा स्ट्रांग हो गया दाएं हाथ, मसल्स बढ़ जाएंगे इसके. ऐसा ही होता ना, बॉडी बिल्डर्स ऐसे ही बनाते हैं ना, आप भी कर सकते हैं. व्हाट है इसका मतलब? क्या हुआ? आपने रीजनरेट कर दिया मसल्स को. बट कैसे किया? वेट उठा के किया? नहीं, वेट उठाने के लिए क्या किया? व्हाट डिड यू डू टू लिफ्ट वेट? यू हेल्ड योर ब्रेथ. आपने कुंभक किया. तो कुंभक करके रीजनरेशन आप करेंगे, यू विल सी योर बॉडी इंटरनल ऑर्गन एंड structure will rejuvenate. Your external body can rejuvenate, your internal organ can rejuvenate. ये दोनों ही रिजुवनेशन हो सकता है. हमारा पर्पस ही है आपके शरीर को रिजुवनेट करना, वापस इसको उसी हेल्थ में लेके आना जिससे आपकी परेशानियां खत्म हो जाए, जिससे आपकी बीमारियां जो हैं वो खत्म हो जाए. ये आपके शरीर पे काम करके ही होगा. दूसरी चीज, दवाइयों को छोड़ेंगे तभी आपका शरीर ठीक होगा. केमिकल जमीन में डालना बंद करते हैं तभी वो अपनी उर्वरता वापस कर लेके आती है. आपका शरीर भी ऐसा ही है. तो जब आपके अंदर स्ट्रेंथ होगा और आपकी प्रॉब्लम्स कम हो जाएंगी, तब आपको दवाई के सहारे की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. और जब दवाई छूटने लगेगी तो आपका हेल्थ और तेजी से अच्छा होने लगेगा. इसीलिए आप कुछ भी करें, मगर शरीर की जो रिजुवनेशन कैपेसिटी है, इसके जो फंडामेंटल स्ट्रेंथ हैं, इसके जो फोर्सेस हैं जिसकी वजह से काम करता है, उसको जरूर सही करें, बढ़ाएं, बैलेंस में लेके आएं और एक रिदम में लेके आएं अपने जीवन को. रिदम भाव लेके आता है, बैलेंस को राग कहा जाता है और स्ट्रेंथ को ताल कहते हैं. और इन तीनों को जोड़ेंगे तो बनता है भारत. भारत हमारे तो देश के नाम में ही हेल्थ जुड़ा हुआ है. ये इकलौता कल्चर दुनिया में है जो साइंटिफिक कल्चर है. आपका खून ही साइंस है. ये तो फिरंगी चुरा के ले गए, टैग लगा लिया साइंस, और आप देख लीजिए सारी दुनिया बर्बाद कर दी. अब दूसरे ग्रह पे भागने की सोच रहे हैं, तो ये सही नहीं है, एक डायरेक्शन गलत है। सही डायरेक्शन जरूर आपको चूज करना पड़ेगा हेल्थ के लिए। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। ओके, बैक पेन के लिए उपाय। बैक पेन क्यों होता है? पहली बात मैं आपको बताऊं, ये सब बहुत आसानी से निकल सकते हैं। दो तीन चीज आप टेक्निकली मैं आपको बता देता हूं। आपके शरीर में स्ट्रेंथ क्रिएटिंग फैक्टर होता है, जिसकी वजह से आपके बॉडी में स्ट्रेंथ बनता है। उसे कहते हैं अपान, उसे कहते हैं अपान। अपान पक्ष आपके शरीर का। दूसरा पक्ष, अपान पक्ष के अलावा जब ये शरीर में कोई कार्यकलाप करता है, कुछ काम करता है, तो इसे कहते हैं गार्ह्य पत्य अग्नि। तो अगर आपकी गार्ह्य पत्य अग्नि ठीक नहीं है तो आपके बॉडी के अंदर रिस्क बहुत होता है, यानी कि आपके शरीर में वो स्ट्रेंथ नहीं है जो कि अपने आप को ठीक से ये जिंदा रख पाए या फिर फंक्शन कर पाए। तो ऐसे केसेस में क्या होगा कि जो स्टेबिलिटी फैक्टर आपके शरीर का, आपके शरीर को जमीन में टिका के रखना, वो दूसरा पक्ष कमजोर हो जाएगा, वो स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द बॉडी कमजोर हो जाती है। तो एक सिंपल सा चीज आप करेंगे ना, आपका पता चलेगा लोअर बैक पेन वैसे ठीक हो जाएगा। आप थोड़ी सांस लेके उसको नीचे की तरफ में पुश करेंगे ना, तब भी आपका लोअर बैक पेन ठीक हो जाएगा। मगर ये मेथड हम क्यों नहीं बताते आपको यहां पे? क्योंकि ये ना दवाई की तरह है, वो इंस्टेंटली तो आपको दर्द ठीक कर देगा, मगर और भी पक्ष जो कमजोर हो गए हैं आपके शरीर में, उसको एड्रेस नहीं करेगा। तो या तो आप जड़ से, मूल से ठीक कर लें अपने शरीर को, या तो आप थोड़ा सा सपोर्ट ले लें, थोड़ा सा मैनेजमेंट कर लें। मगर मैनेजमेंट करने पे पूरे तरीके से ठीक नहीं होगा। गोली भी खा सकते हैं आप, दर्द ठीक हो जाता है, पर क्या आपका शरीर ठीक हो जाता है, हेल्दी हो जाता है? नहीं होता। वो दर्द चला जाता है हमेशा के लिए, नहीं जाता, आपका शरीर और खराब हो जाता है। तो ये लोअर बैक पेन कुछ फैक्टर्स हैं जो मूलभूत फैक्टर्स हैं आपके शरीर के। आपके शरीर अपने आप को खड़ा करके रखता है ना सीधा, लोअर बैक तो निचला हिस्सा आ गया, उसका जो अपवर्ड फोर्स है, इसको हम उदाहरण कहते हैं, वो वीक हो गया। उदाहरण को बढ़ा लीजिए, तब भी आपका लोअर बैक पेन ठीक हो जाएगा। मैं दो तरीके से बताता हूं। एक तरीका क्या बताया, सांस लेके आप थोड़ा नीचे पुश करेंगे तो ठीक हो जाएगा। दूसरी बात बताऊं, सांस लेके थोड़ा ऊपर पुश करेंगे तो भी ठीक हो जाएगा। मगर आपके अंदर कौन सा फैक्टर वीक हुआ, दैट इज व्हाई देयर इज अ डायग्नोसिस। तो हम पता करते हैं कि जड़ ये आपको क्यों आ रहा है। हर एक इंसान का रीजन अलग हो सकता है। आपको लोअर बैक पेन किसी और रीजन से हो सकता है, एक दूसरे बंदे को लोअर बैक पेन किसी और रीजन से हो सकता है। किसी का नाग पक्ष कमजोर होगा तो लोअर बैक पेन आ जाएगा। तो इसीलिए डायग्नोसिस जरूरी है कि क्या फैक्टर वीक हुआ, और उस फैक्टर के अलावा बाकी सारे फैक्टर्स पे काम करेंगे तो पूरा टोटल हेल्थ आपको मिलेगा। वो हमेशा के लिए चीज जाएगी जब जाएगी तो।
Okay, Gangadhar sir and Sucheta ma'am want to know about rheumatic arthritis, which is giving a lot of pain and they cannot even walk.
Rheumatoid arthritis, rheumatic arthritis की जब बात करते हैं तो आपने जो सुना होगा, the word that you would have listened is autoimmune disorder. आपने ये सुना होगा autoimmune disorder. आपकी शरीर की इम्यूनिटी अपने आप पे ही अटैक कर रही है, आपको यही बताया गया होगा ना। तो मुझे एक बात बताइए कि आपकी इम्यूनिटी आप पे अटैक करने के लिए तो डिजाइन नहीं हुई थी, आपके ऊपर क्यों अटैक कर रही है? आपकी इम्यूनिटी कभी भी आपके ऊपर अटैक नहीं करती है। सबसे पहला तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट ही गलत है। दूसरी चीज, आपकी इम्यूनिटी जब एक्टिव होती है तो वो हमेशा जो चीज आपके शरीर के लिए जरूरी नहीं है उसको खत्म करती है। अगर आपका शरीर ठीक तरीके से टिश्यूज और सेल्स नहीं बना पा रहा है तो आपकी इम्यूनिटी आपके ऊपर ही अटैक करेगी। वो आप नहीं है, वो गलत सेल्स हैं। अगर आपका कोई अंग ठीक से काम नहीं कर पाएगा, उसमें स्ट्रेंथ नहीं होगा, तो वो इम्यूनिटी उसको हटाने की कोशिश करेगी। तो एक फैक्टर ये है, एक सीधी सी बात मैं बता दूं, जैसे पहले बताया, रीजनरेशन और डीजनरेशन का इंबैलेंस हो गया। जब ये इंबैलेंस होता है तब आपका शरीर आ जाता है, क्योंकि उसको रीजनरेट करना है चीजों को, तभी वो काम कर पाएगा ठीक से। उसको गलत चीजों को शरीर से निकालना है, तभी वो काम कर पाएगा ठीक से। तो इसका जब भी इंबैलेंस होगा तो ये असर करेगा शरीर के कमजोर एस्पेक्ट पे। अगर किसी का मसल्स कमजोर है तो वहां पे काम करेगा, उसको ज्यादा प्रॉब्लमैटिक बना देगा। अगर किसी का किडनी कमजोर हो तो किडनी का इश्यू लेके आ जाएगा। अगर किसी का लिवर कमजोर है, पैनक्रियास कमजोर है, थायराइड कमजोर है, तो वहां पे इश्यू लेके आ जाएगा। तो क्योंकि कोई भी एक्शन आपके शरीर में, कोई भी चीज कमजोर पक्ष पे सबसे पहले उसका असर दिखाई देता है। तो आपकी इम्यूनिटी तो आपको बचाने के लिए एक्टिव हो रही है, मगर आप ठीक से सेल्स नहीं बना पा रहे, आपके शरीर में चीजें ठीक से फंक्शन नहीं कर पा रही, तो आपकी इम्यूनिटी उसको अनवांटेड चीज की तरह डिटेक्ट करती है और उसने आपके शरीर पे अटैक कर रहा। अब करना क्या पड़ेगा? या तो आप ये रीजनरेशन डीजनरेशन का बैलेंस लेके आ जाओ। अगर ये बैलेंस आप लेके आ जाते हैं तो ये ऑटो इम्यून डिसऑर्डर मेलो डाउन हो जाएगा, खत्म हो जाएगा। ये जो इस वक्त में ये तो अपने को बचाने के लिए एक्टिव हुआ है। अगर आप अपने शरीर में वो बैलेंस लेके आ जाएं, रीजनरेशन और डीजनरेशन का, डिटॉक्स एस्पेक्ट अपने शरीर का ठीक कर दें, स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ फंक्शनिंग आप बना दें, तो ये रिस्क में क्यों आएगा? ये वापस इम्यूनिटी जो उठी हुई है खराब चीजों को खत्म करने के लिए, ये नीचे आ जाए। सो रूमेटॉइड आर्थराइटिस इस तरीके से आप इससे निकल सकते हैं। दूसरा पक्ष, ये मैंने आपको फंडामेंटल तरीके से बताया, इससे निकला जा सकता। नहीं तो मैं आपको एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देता हूं। कुंभक जिस दिन करना शुरू करेंगे, जिस दिन करना शुरू करेंगे, आपका शरीर फ्लेक्सिबल होना शुरू हो जाएगा। जिस समय, और मैंने ऐसे बहुत लोगों को जो खूब योगा एक्सरसाइज ये सब करते थे, मैंने उनको बोला कि ये कुंभक करो, तुम्हारे जॉइंट्स फ्लेक्सिबल हो जाएंगे। और ये अब तो हजारों लोगों का एक्सपीरियंस है, ये एक का नहीं है, हजारों लोगों का एक्सपीरियंस। तो पहली चीज ये, आप भी करना शुरू करेंगे तो ऐसे होता है ना, यार रफ एजेस हैं आपके शरीर में, कहीं रफ एजेस हैं, आप देखेंगे हफ्ता 2 हफ्ता 3 हफ्ता आप करेंगे, रफ एजेस खत्म। तो इसने क्या किया? चीजों को, हार्ड चीज को सॉफ्ट कर दिया। तो जो स्टिफनेस आपके शरीर में आती है उसको ये सॉफ्ट करेगा ही करेगा, है ना? तो इस तरीके से आप भी समझ सकते हैं। हमारे प्रोग्राम में जब आते हैं लोगों की बहुत जिनकी बुरी हालत है, क्योंकि उनको कुछ करने में भी तकलीफ हो जाएगी, तो हम कुछ सपोर्टिव चीज भी बताते हैं। कुछ सपोर्टिव चीज बताते हैं कि वो हम ओपनली नहीं बताते, केवल प्रोग्राम्स में ही बताते हैं, बिकॉज दोस आर सर्टेन कॉम्बिनेशन विच इज कमिंग फ्रॉम सर्टेन lineages, कुछ lineages से वो कॉम्बिनेशन आते हैं, तो इनिशियली टू टेक सपोर्ट ऑफ देम। बट कोई भी दवाई, कोई भी चीज एक्सटर्नली जो आप लेते हैं वो आपको पूरे तरीके से बीमारी से नहीं निकाल सकती। अष्टांग चिकित्सा कंपलसरी है, अ लिटिल सपोर्ट वी एडवाइस, जैसे अभी बताया होगा, अभी जो जिन्होंने एक टेस्टिमोनियल दिया था, उन्होंने बताया ना कि धन्वंतरम तैलम ऐसा। तो उसके अलावा those are things which are available in the market, but we also make available certain very very powerful and effective things जो कि आप लगाते ही आपका उस टाइम फ्लेक्सिबल हो जाएगा। It will again become stiff, but उस समय जैसे ही फ्लेक्सिबल होता है तो you can work upon it and you can ensure that you reverse the whole process. तो आएंगे प्रोग्राम में तो हम वो भी आपको बताएंगे।
Okay, Kala sir says whole body joint pain with cervical and lumbar spondylosis, severe knees and hip pain, have already undergone 3 surgeries. I also have hypothyroidism, diabetes and hypertension with fatty liver.
So it has, let me tell you, it has all started from liver. इसको आप ठीक नहीं कर रहे। So is there a medicine which can actually strengthen your liver? There is no medicine. कोई दवाई नहीं है जो आपके लिवर को स्ट्रॉन्ग करेगी, कर ही नहीं सकते, आपका शरीर ही करेगा। You will have to increase the factor which improves liver. और एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देता हूं, हाउ डू वी कस्टमाइज इट, आपको समझ में आएगा। अगर आप बहुत लंबी सांस लेते हैं, बहुत लंबी सांस लेते हैं, अपनी जो कैपेसिटी है उससे ज्यादा लंबी सांस लेते हैं, उसके बाद उससे कम रोकते हैं, उसके बाद उससे कम टाइम का एक्सेल करते हैं और सेम टाइम होल्ड करते हैं, अगर ऐसा आप करेंगे तो आपकी किडनी पे असर आता है। ठीक है। अब दूसरी चीज, व्हेन यू इनहेल, कोई भी काउंट ले लीजिए, यू इनहेल फॉर सम काउंट, सपोज कीजिए 3 काउंट का इनहेल करते हैं, ठीक है, फिर 3 काउंट का ही होल्ड करते हैं और 4 गुना ज्यादा एक्सेल करते हैं, तब आपके लिवर पे असर आता है। दिस इज हाउ वी कस्टमाइज। कौन सा फैक्टर कमजोर, लिवर कमजोर है, वहां से प्रॉब्लम शुरू हुई, तो लिवर को स्ट्रांग करना शुरू करो, बाकी ऑर्गन्स पे काम करना शुरू करो, तो क्या होगा, आपकी ये सारी प्रॉब्लम रिवर्स होनी शुरू हो जाएगी। कितनी दवाइयां खाई होंगी आपने, पर ठीक कुछ नहीं हुआ, एक बीमारी थी, फिर दूसरी आ गई, फिर तीसरी आ गई। सी, आप तो सब कुछ लेके बैठे हुए, थायराइड भी लेके बैठे हुए, डायबिटीज भी लेके बैठे हुए, ब्लड प्रेशर भी लेके बैठे। तो ये अलग अलग बीमारियां नहीं है, ये हमें सुनने में अलग अलग लगता है। इसकी शुरुआत कहीं से हुई है, एक ही पक्ष से हुई है। उसको अगर हम एड्रेस करना शुरू करेंगे और बाकी चीजों को एड्रेस करना शुरू करेंगे एक साथ में, एक इंटीग्रल वे में, तो आप इन सभी चीजों से निकल सकते हैं। आज इस वक्त में जो हालत होगी आपकी, वो आप ही जान सकते हैं, दूसरा नहीं जान सकता। अगर इतनी सारी प्रॉब्लम लेके कोई इंसान इस वक्त में जिंदा है, तो अपने शरीर को शाबाशी दीजिए कि इतनी दवाइयां खाई, उसके बावजूद भी इसने अभी तक भी जिंदा रखा हुआ है। तो ये आपके शरीर की करामात है, ये चमत्कार ही है कि इंसानियत आज भी जिंदा है इतनी दवाइयां खाने के बाद। तो करना क्या है, आपका डायग्नोसिस करेंगे तो हमें पता चलेगा, मगर आपको मैं एक सिंपल तरीके से बोल रहा हूं कि भाई लिवर, मगर लिवर की बात नहीं कर रहे, हम आपको एक्चुअली में उस पक्ष को एड्रेस करेंगे कि कौन सा तत्व वीक हो गया जिसकी वजह से लिवर पे असर आया और बाकी चीजों पे किस तरीके से असर आया। ये कस्टमाइजेशन में हम देख के आपके पूरे मॉड्यूल को कस्टमाइज करेंगे, और आप देखेंगे जब अष्टांग चिकित्सा आप करना शुरू करेंगे, एक तो करते ही आपको इमीडिएटली रिलीफ मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा, बट 9 हफ्ते तो सीखने का टाइम होता है, उसके बाद एक्चुअल प्रैक्टिस चालू होती है। ज्यादातर लोग 3 महीने प्रैक्टिस करके अपने जीवन को बिल्कुल परिवर्तित कर देंगे, दवाइयों से निकल जाएंगे, बहुत सारी बीमारियों से निकल जाएंगे। कुछ लोगों को ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा, अगर मोमेंटम होता है ना डिजीज का, कितनी मोमेंटम से आपकी डिजीज आगे जा रही है, तो उसको धक्का देना है तो टाइम लगता है, कुछ लोगों को 6 महीने लगेगा। पर मैं आपको डील देता हूं, एक डील दूं मैं आपको, 3 साल में आप सारी प्रॉब्लम से निकल जाओ। अब मुझे बताइए डील सही है या खराब है। मैं आपको एक और बात बताता हूं, आपके पास ऑप्शन नहीं है कुछ, सो इधर टेक इट और लीव इट, आपके पास यही ऑप्शन है, क्योंकि आपके शरीर को ठीक करना ही एक ऑप्शन है, दूसरा कोई ऑप्शन नहीं। आप सोचेंगे दवाई बन जाएगी, कोई ऐसी दवाई बन जाए, अच्छा कुछ ऐसा भोजन बन जाए, कोई वो कहते हैं ना कि मशरूम खा के आप ठीक हो जाओ, हाँ 50 तरीके के अनाज खा के ठीक हो जाओ, ऐसा अभी तक हुआ नहीं और ऐसा हो नहीं सकता। आपका शरीर चमत्कार है, दिस इज द मैजिक। आप इसको सपोर्ट कीजिए, ये आपकी लाइफ में मैजिक क्रिएट करेगा। देयर इज नो अदर ऑप्शन, कोई ऑप्शन है नहीं आपके पास में। सो यू मस्ट डू दिस, अपने शरीर पे काम करें, ये जरूर करें। मैं आपको केवल अष्टांग चिकित्सा के बारे में नहीं बता रहा, मैं आपको बोल रहा हूं आपके शरीर को स्ट्रेंथन करना जरूरी है, और स्ट्रेंथन करने के लिए आपको कुंभक का इस्तेमाल करना ही पड़ेगा। कुंभक मेरी इजाजत नहीं है, मैं आपको बता देता हूं। दूसरी बात, योगा में जो कुंभक कराते हैं वो समाधि के लिए कराते हैं, दैट इज नॉट फॉर थेरेपी। कुंभक हमारे पूर्वजों ने, हमारे बाप दादाओं ने, हमारे ऋषि मुनियों ने पता लगाया था, जो कि हम ऑलमोस्ट वी हैव लॉस्ट द होल साइंस। नाउ दिस इज एन स्मॉल अटेम्प्ट टू रिवाइव द साइंस, उसको वापस लेके आना। मानव जीनोम डिस्टेबलाइज हो रहा है, उसको स्थिर करना जरूरी है। तो ये एक ही ऑप्शन है कि आप अपने आप को इंटरनली स्ट्रॉन्ग करें, दूसरा ऑप्शन नहीं है। चाहे वो 3 महीने लगे, चाहे वो 3 साल लगे, आपका जीवन अगर अच्छे के लिए बिल्कुल बदल सकता है तो ये आपको चांस लेना चाहिए।
Rama Devi BN ma'am says, I am having rheumatic arthritis past 12 years and disc prolapse without seeing MRI and X-ray. How can you cure it? Varies from patient to patient. I want to know.
Tell me one case where MRI और ये करके has cured rheumatoid arthritis. एक केस तो बता दो। आप मुझे बताइए कि वो डायग्नोसिस करके क्योर कैसे होता है। देखिए, ये आप लोग समझदार लोग हैं, आप ऐसे सवाल जो पूछ रहे हैं, you have been trained into this kind of questions. Otherwise you are much wise. आप लोग बहुत समझदार लोग हो. The only thing is you have got educated. आपने पढ़ लिख लिया, इस वजह से you don't even know what is the question you are asking. MRI करके किसका रूमेटॉइड आर्थराइटिस ठीक हो गया? मुझे एक एग्जांपल तो दीजिए पूरी दुनिया में। स्कैन करके किसकी प्रॉब्लम ठीक हो गई? आप मुझे एक एग्जांपल तो दे दो। दवाई खा के किसकी प्रॉब्लम ठीक हो जाए? कम से कम एक प्रूफ तो चाहिए ना। पासिंग मार्क्स भी 33% होता है, मैं तो एक प्रूफ मांग रहा हूं। आपके शरीर को स्ट्रेंथन करके ठीक कर रहे हैं, मैं नहीं ठीक कर रहा आपको। आप नहीं समझ रहे इस बात को। गेट इट वेरी क्लियर, योर बॉडी क्योर्स यू, दैट इज व्हाट आई हैव सेड। आपका शरीर ठीक करता है। आपको जब खरोंच लगती है तो उस पर काली पपड़ी जमती है, कौन करता है ये? आपका शरीर करता है ना। ब्लड जब निकलता है आपके बॉडी में से, वो थक्का जमा देता है, आपका शरीर रोकता है ना ब्लड का लॉस। आपका शरीर आपको बीमारी से निकालता है ना। आपका शरीर ठीक करता है। वो कैसे ठीक करता है? उसके पास कुछ रिजुविनेटिंग स्ट्रेंथ्स हैं, शक्तियां हैं उसके पास में। उनको अगर आप बढ़ाएंगे तभी आप निकल के आएंगे। ये बात आप समझ सकते हैं, समझने को तैयार नहीं है, बिकॉज यू हैव बीन एजुकेटेड इन सम अदर काइंड ऑफ अ सिस्टम, है ना। तो ये बात आप समझ सकते हैं कि आपका शरीर ठीक करता है। मुझे कोई प्रूफ बता दो कि कोई दवाई ठीक करती है किसी को। मैं इन्फेक्शन की बात नहीं कर रहा, इन्फेक्शन हटा दीजिए। इन्फेक्शन में तो बॉम्बार्डिंग करनी होती है ना, केमिकल बॉम्बार्डिंग कर दिया आपने। नेचुरल भी कर सकते थे, मगर केमिकल है, ठीक है, आई एम ओके विद दैट। एक भी क्रॉनिक डिजीज बता दीजिए ना जो दवाई खा के। डायबिटीज किसकी ठीक हो गई दवाई खा के? गिव मी वन एग्जांपल। ब्लड प्रेशर, हार्ट डिजीज किसका ठीक हो गया? एक एग्जांपल दे दीजिए दुनिया में। आपके टेस्ट करके, स्कैन करके कौन ठीक हुआ आज तक? ये बात आप जानते हैं कि नहीं जानते? ये बात आप जानते हैं, फिर भी वापस उधर ही भाग रहे हैं क्योंकि मार्केटिंग ज्यादा है उसकी। देखिए, जब बहुत जरूरत पड़ जाए, इमरजेंसी हो जाए, तो आप कुछ भी करो, इट्स ओके। उसके लिए मैं मना नहीं कर रहा, या कोई भी मना नहीं कर सकता। इमरजेंसी में आप जो मर्जी करो, मगर कम से कम शरीर में हेल्थ लाने के लिए दवाई का इस्तेमाल आज तक तो नहीं आया हेल्थ। तो आपके स्कैनिंग से कोई ठीक होता है क्या? नहीं तो सारे स्कैन में जाते, एक तरफ अंदर घुसते, दूसरी तरफ ठीक होके निकल जाते। स्कैनिंग से कौन ठीक हुआ है आज तक? देखने का ही तो तरीका है, एक थोड़ा सोफिस्टिकेटेड तरीका है, बच्चा भी देख लेगा। डॉक्टर की जरूरत क्या है स्कैन करके देखने की? बच्चा भी देख लेगा वो तो। बाद में चल के, आज से 15 साल बाद, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस टेक ओवर कर जाएगा इन सब चीजों में, डॉक्टर की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़नी। तो ऑब्जर्वेशन इज नॉट क्योर, गेट इट वेरी क्लियर। अगर आपके शरीर में कुछ ऑब्जर्व कर लिया तो उससे ठीक हो गए क्या आप? ये आप लोग बहुत समझदार हैं, मैं बार बार बता रहा हूं। खास करके इंडियंस, जो भारत की मिट्टी में पैदा हुआ, वो समझदार है। आंखें बंद ना करें, आंखें खोलें, तभी आपके शरीर को हेल्थ मिलेगा।
Okay, is Harish sir says we shall have to do exercise only or medicine?
No, what we are saying is, medicine word is not an appropriate word for Indian approach to what you can call it as disease, treatment of disease. उसको औषधि कहते हैं, मेडिसिन नहीं है वो। मेडिसिन और औषधि को दोनों को ना मिलाएं। मेडिसिन इज अ केमिकल बाय प्रोडक्ट, औषधि has a certain, it has a also certain energy associated with it. तो एक्सरसाइज नहीं है दूसरी बात, बिकॉज एक्सरसाइज इज जस्ट अबाउट योर एक्सटर्नल बॉडी. आपके एक्सटर्नल बॉडी के बारे में एक्सरसाइज होता है. वी आर वर्किंग इंटरनली एज वेल एज एक्सटर्नल. आपके ऑर्गन्स पे भी काम कर रहे हैं, आपके जेनेटिक्स पे काम कर रहे हैं, है ना. अष्ट शरीर जब बोल रहे हैं तो 8 लेवल पे काम कर. सो इट इज नॉट एक्सरसाइज. तो ये अष्टांग चिकित्सा है. कुंभक इसकी कुंजी है. आप 8 शरीर तक पहुंचेंगे कैसे? तो कुंभक वो तरीका है जिससे आप वहां तक पहुंच सकते हैं. नाउ कुंभक इज होल्ड. कुंभक का मतलब होता है होल्ड. तो आपको बचपन की कोई याददाश्त अभी भी याद होगी ना, जो बहुत इंटेंस याददाश्त होगी. तो याददाश्त को कैसे होल्ड किया आपने? आप कुंभक कर रहे हैं. अपनी लाइफ को कैसे होल्ड कर रहे हैं? आप कुंभक कर रहे हैं. अपने शरीर को जब इस्तेमाल करते हैं तब आप सांस को रोक के करते हैं, वो भी कुंभक है. तो कुंभक कई तरीके से किया जाता है. लाखों तरीके के कुंभक होते हैं. अगर उसको कुछ डायरेक्शन देके किया जाए, या इसीलिए कस्टमाइजेशन जरूरी है, उसकी एक डायरेक्शन क्रिएट की जाती है आपके शरीर में. तो आप अष्टांग चिकित्सा जब करते हैं, कुंभक इज द की टू दैट. देयर आर सर्टेन बॉडी मूवमेंट्स, जैसे हम हठ विन्यास बोल रहे हैं, उसमें बॉडी मूवमेंट्स हैं. वो आपको एक्सरसाइज जैसे लग सकते हैं देखने में, मगर उसका भी कोर जो है वो कुंभक ही है. तो ये फंडामेंटली एक्सरसाइज नहीं है, मगर फॉर द सेक ऑफ वोकैबुलरी, क्योंकि आप हर चीज को एक्सरसाइज बोलते हैं, ओके इट्स ओके, आप बोल लीजिए इसको, बट ये एक्सरसाइज ही नहीं है. दूसरी चीज, औषधि अगर आपको हम रेकमेंड करेंगे तो इट इज नॉट कंपल्सरी. वो कंपल्सरी नहीं है. इट इज जस्ट अ लिटिल सपोर्ट. कोई भी दवाई हो, चाहे वो एलोपैथी हो, चाहे वो आयुर्वेद हो, चाहे वो होम्योपैथी हो, चाहे वो कोई भी पैथी हो, वो आपके शरीर की स्ट्रेंथ को नहीं बढ़ा सकता. तो वो सपोर्ट ही करेगा. तो हम क्या कह रहे हैं कि केमिकल सपोर्ट लेने से अच्छा नेचुरल सपोर्ट ले लीजिए. बट ठीक तो आपका शरीर करेगा, वो तो उसको तो स्ट्रेंथन करो, वो जरूर कीजिए. तो ये जरूरी. अष्टांग चिकित्सा कंपल्सरी है. औषधि विल बी अ लिटिल सपोर्ट. वी विल एडवाइस, हम बताएंगे, वो आपके ऊपर, वो 100% आपकी चॉइस है. वो हम लोग कुछ ऐसा नहीं कहते कि आप ये दवाई लो, ये करो, नहीं. वी विल नॉट गो टुवर्ड्स मेडिसिन और एनी अदर थिंग.
Okay, is there any other question? We finished with the chat questions. Anybody else who would like to ask? So you can ask by unmuting yourself. Okay, Seema Krishna Prakash, ma'am, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Sir, namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Yeah, I'm actually 52 years old. Yeah, my issue has been started since 2 years back, sir. Actually, I was a professional working teacher. Now I'm not going because of my health issues.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing what has happened with me is same MRI was done, and I was diagnosed with the same whatever issue you have been told. The whole problem is going on, and suddenly I had a shoulder pain also. First knee issue started. I was doing Surya Namaskara, everything. My husband is a yoga teacher, actually.
Okay.
I was doing that, but due to my menopause, I put on weight. I got a hypothyroid, and along with that, they have diagnosed as osteoarthritis.
Osteoarthritis, and you would be put on calcium also. You would be taking calcium also. Are you?
Exactly. Only for a few days I took, and he didn't allow me, my husband. Like he's very much, yeah. So painkillers I do take. Because I would be able
otherwise
to.
there is no option. You would not be even able to move. Then what to do? At least take painkillers and move around. So it's okay. So what?
Heel issues there. A terrible heel pain. I'm not able to walk once I get up in the night also, and shoulder pain and knee issue. So I'm eagerly waiting to join the course. So it would help me, guide me for that.
It will help you tremendously. But let me tell you a little bit about why it is all happening, and I'm exploring it from various directions. One of the directions, Okay, first let me tell you, pick up any yoga book. There are many yoga books, especially the Shastras. There are 20 yoga Upanishads. There are 20 yoga Upanishads, the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Geren Samhita, Shaddarshan Samuchya, and many, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, and many. So pick up any yoga book and see what yoga will lead you to or what yoga will give you. So talking in terms of what is the most acceptable form of book, or most of the people actually refer that is Patanjali Yoga Sutra. The Patanjali Yoga Sutra says Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. What is the end product of yoga? Samadhi. Yoga fact will lead you to Samadhi. Samadhi, Mukti, Moksha, enlightenment, self-realization, Nirvana, Kaivalya are all the same word. So, yoga will lead you to Samadhi, and most of the people here do not want Samadhi. They want a good life, isn't it? They want a good life. And for good life, you need to actually establish your body on earth plane, which is completely opposite to the direction of yoga. So yoga is like disintegrating your whole system, and living is integrating your whole system. So it's a 180-degree opposite work. If you want Samadhi, please do yoga. But the way even yoga is happening, it is more or less an exercise form. It has become an exercise form. So if somebody wants Samadhi, somebody wants enlightenment, they must do yoga, but they must do yoga in the right manner. Then they will get that. But what we are trying to do, establish life on the earth plane. That means you have a robust system to experience life. Your body should be functioning in a robust manner. Your organs should be functioning in a robust manner. You should have all the Shadabala. There are 6 different strengths of your body. Deha Bala, Dosha Bala, Agni Bala, Dhatu Bala, Mano Bala, and Ojas Bala. These are 6 balas which your body needs to establish the proper functioning of the organ, the structure, and the function altogether. So, when you say spine, the spine is called as Meru Danda. It is also the center of your experience. Yes. Your universe, you experience everything through the spine. Every nerve actually gets back to the spine, and then from there, the information goes to the brain. But your spine is the fundamental place through which you can, whenever you touch something and you feel it, actually the information goes to spine. It is because of your spine that your sensation will be stable. So there is a sciatica nerve which starts from your head, goes up to your heel. When the strength in the spine becomes weak, this sciatica vein, you can, whatever you call it, it is basically a nerve. So this becomes weak. There happens a disalignment between your right and your left. The moment your spine, the structure of spine and the strength of spine becomes weak. The second aspect is when the arrangement of your body becomes weak. Do you know what is the primary purpose of your thyroid gland? It creates protein arrangement. Your body makes its own protein. Whatever protein that you consume, it gets broken down into amino acid, and then your body arranges it according to its need. So your thyroid primarily helps in the arrangement aspect of protein. Suppose your thyroid is not functioning, your body becomes disarranged, it will impact your thyroid. Or if your thyroid becomes weak, it will impact the arrangement of your body or the alignment of your system. Vice versa. So these are two things that we have put in our culture to ensure that people do not get into chronic disease. One was celebration. One was celebration. Every day a festival. So celebration creates a rhythm of life. You feel happy when you can move your body with a lot of ease. If you move your body with a lot of ease, you will feel happy. It is not your bank balance which will make you happy.
Not at all. Not at all.
It is
everything. I was teaching children to dance. I was doing yoga. I was walking. Everything has been stopped, sir. I'm gaining people.
So you need to bring back the rhythm. How many people dance in the evening, do bhajan, kirtan, sing a song? We have even lost our folk songs. Exactly. Earlier, our grandfather and grandmother used to do a lot of heavy work, which nowadays people won't be able to do. Lot of tough work, singing a song, carrying the load of harvest on their head, walking for kilometers, but on their mouth there would be a song. But we are going on lift, 10 people in the lift, nobody looks at each other, no song, no sound. So we have lost the rhythm of life, rhythm of this body. So if you do not establish the rhythm, thyroid is an obvious thing. Do you know, 25 years back, women would used to do something in South India, making rangoli, what we call in North India rangoli, is a tradition. Creating different structures is a tradition. There used to be certain number of structures. What is that? That is arrangement. What is the primary work of a female? Arrangement. She is responsible for arranging everything. And the male is responsible for thrusting energy out. A small quotient of valor has to be there in every male. So how much of that we are doing, how much body we are using, how much body males are using. They were supposed to do some kind of an effortful activity. And females were supposed to do some kind of a creative activity. If males will not do that, they will get into diabetes. If females will not do creative activity, they will get into thyroid issue. Are those things increasing in the world today? Understand why. So in our culture, there were certain things built in. This is a culture of health. You will need to bring it back. Only then you will be able to achieve health. Otherwise, with medicine, there is no possibility. With medicine, the human genome has now become destabilized. We are not able to conceive. Females are not able to conceive. Fertility has become a very grave issue at this point of time. Even they are able to conceive with some kind of an artificial method like IVF, IUI. They are not being able to deliver a healthy baby. 3-year, 4-year-old kid taking insulin. Do you want those kind of life? They will suffer, you will suffer, we will suffer, and they will suffer. Why fertility has become an issue? 100 years back, it was never an issue. So fertility has gone down drastically. We are not delivering good babies, and prepartum, postpartum difficulty and disease have increased. Many females are carrying those diseases, have carried those diseases. They are carrying those diseases for lifetime. They'll be carrying those kind of disease. Many ladies get into hypothyroid situation, blood pressure, diabetes after delivery, lower back pain, issues related to their menstrual cycle, and they carry it throughout their life. The hormonal imbalance that goes on after fertility creates a lot of problem like osteoporosis, like osteoarthritis. Nobody has come out of osteoporosis taking calcium. Calcium, if you take calcium for a long period of time, your chances of getting into breast cancer will increase by 200%. Because we are not looking in the right direction. Every food stuff has calcium in it, but your body is unable to absorb calcium, assimilate it. The strength of absorption has become weak. Even if you take in calcium, nobody has come out of their bone issues taking calcium. Because the strength of absorbing calcium has drastically gone down. The strength of this human system has gone down. We need to increase it if we want a better humanity, if we want a better next generation. This is the responsibility that every one of us should take at this point of time. It is a compulsory thing that you strengthen your system. We strengthen the human system at this point of time. And then only there is a hope that we would be able to create a good future, not only for us, but for our next generation also.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think we don't have any other question. So we are done with the questions.
Class also.
Okay.
So we'll
Thank you.
close the time. आप लोगों को all the best in your future endeavors. आप लोगों को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं और thank you for attending this webinar. खूब खूब खुश रहिए, मस्त रहिए, स्वस्थ रहिए, अपने शरीर को जरूर हेल्दी बनाइए.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. Good night to all the participants.